just that. Oh, come on. There we go. I can do that now. Wonderful, wonderful. I need to change this. What I really need to do is I really need to see about having a different kind of thing instead of this. But that is as a future project. Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome back. Welcome back to more, well, I mean, a whole new, I'm just going to make sure that's all good. Okay, good. Just want to make sure. We were having some technical difficulties a couple of minutes ago, but everything seems fine. Hell in the Woods, hi. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you. Mum, hi. Welcome. I'm sure you'll be in the background as usual. Tim Jim, hello. Good to see you for your magical rare appearance. Ellie, welcome. Good to see you again. Jordan's having a smoke break, so he'll be back in a couple of minutes. Ren, good to see you as always, my friend. Good to see you. My goodness gracious. Yeah, we had a couple of technical difficulties, but everything seems fine now. I don't know what it was. My headset was acting weird, and then he was having some camera stuff, but everything's just fine now. Everything's just fine. So the good news is, all will be as expected. We're going to be starting the new Marble Hornets mini-series today, which is only 5 parts, so we should be able to get through this whole thing in one stream. But I'm excited to see what these guys have come up with, because, like I said, I mean, we did the regular Marble Hornets back in the day. It was one of the first live streams we brought Jordan in for, and so I'm really excited to see what this is going to be. Is it going to be? Because for me, I haven't seen any of it. I wanted to kind of keep blind for today for specific reasons. I thought it'd be more fun that way, and I'm really curious. Is this going to be more Slenderman story? Because it's, so, to my understanding, the first thumbnail says Krayley in the real world. Like, if I kind of show you that here, it says Krayley in the real world. But that could just be a thumbnail. That might not allude to anything. Because it's called Rosswood, which is the park. So, I get the feeling Slenderman is still going to be a part of this. But I'm not sure. You know? And so, I'm excited to see what's going to happen, because if anything, it looks like it's Alex, it looks like it's Troy, so I guess in this case, Alex and Jay, if it's still in that same universe. But I don't know. I do not know. I'm excited to find out. Let's see. Ellie says, Rosswood time. Ren says, I've seen it, but it'll be interesting watching it all at once. Yes, I would think so. It is good. It's good, because I think you and I think Jordan have also seen all of Rosswood so far, so you guys will be my guides in some of this. I'm curious. I'm really curious. Some of the thumbnails look pretty good. They look really nice. I'm excited to see a little bit of urban exploration, which is a classic in this kind of a series. But yeah, the big question is, will there be Slenderman? Because I don't know if Tim is supposed to be part of this either. I think that's another big thing. So in which case they wouldn't have like a mascot. I mean, they might have a different mascot. I don't know. I do not know what's going to happen in this. I'm excited. I'm very excited. And we will start it in just a little bit. When Jordan comes back, we'll probably start a little introductions, just to kind of see how everybody's doing for their week and things like that. How's everybody doing here? You got a little bit of time if you want to go get yourselves a drink, snacks, food, go to the bathroom. This is a good time. Or maybe a smoke break for you even. Who knows? It's actually called the Operator. That's true, Ren. That's true. In universe, it's called the Operator. But I'm going to call it the Slenderman, because I'm not in universe. But you are correct. Technically, you are correct. And I'm sure I will forget to call it that many a time. Hell in the Woods says, I'm good. Getting chips. Good. Good. We'd like to hear. Ellie just had curry. Nice. Which curry did you have? That's an important question. Very important question. Spicy, not spicy? You talking like chicken or a vegetable? All important questions. All important. I don't know, Nate. You could be. I could be many things, Ren. I could be a figment of your imagination, like Jenny says, yes. She's here playing some Story Seasons Grand Bazaar. She leaves for work in about 20 minutes, so sadly she can't really hang out very long. There's her hand. She is here. You might not be able to hear her much. Hang on, let me turn the mic.
Hello!
There you go. She is around.
I'll come say hi.
You want to come say hi?
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Oh, we're going to get some highs.
Marble Hornets. Hello.
We're going to be, yeah. New Marble Hornets.
You guys have fun. Don't be too scared.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fun. Thank you, though. Don't be too scared.
Don't be too scared.
Does she know me? The fuck? I live in dark. You barely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. Great Bane speech. Great Bane speech. Really weird for him to be skinny, but it's funny. Let's see. Ellie says, it was spicy. Had to take a break halfway through. Ooh, okay. I feel that. You do have to take little breaks. I get that. Ren says, Nate cameo in the next Marble Hornets comic. Let's make a petition. Look, I'll do it, man. I'll be whatever. I'm happy to throw my hat into any arena. Don't even worry about it. Even if I'm just a one-off character that gets killed, don't care. I'm all for it. That's fun. Oh, everybody's saying hi, Jen. That's good. That's good. Even my mom. My mom says hi. She does hang out in the stream. She's very good. She's got a yellow badge at the moment. That's how long she's been a paid member. I need to come up with custom badges, but I've never. I did pick out a couple, but the problem is they weren't accepting the file type, which was a real pain in my ass. So I have to go back to the drawing board. What do you got? I mean, I could draw. I'll just do it myself. Ah, Ren, stop. It's so sweet. You haven't read the comics at all? Me neither. But we have talked about doing it. I think it's just it's mainly getting a hold of. I think the physical ones will be fun, but then I have to make it work quite well digitally. But I have ideas for that because there's also another graphic novel / comic project I'm in the midst of, which I will end up making videos for. So I will dabble in that a little bit. Ah, here's Jordan now, back from his smoke break.
I'm here. Yep.
He's here.
A few more things to click on this computer.
That's all right. It's a Poltergeist reference for you. He's here. Hell in the Woods says, I started editing for the Hell in the Woods video. It's going well. Congratulations. That's good. It's always good to do some editing. It's, in my opinion, it's one of the most rewarding, but it is one of the most tedious parts of any part of creation. It really is. Ren says, hi, Jordan.
Hi, Ren. I'll chat in a bit.
He's busy.
Kind of
He doing stuff. He'll catch up with us. Don't worry. The Return of Jordan. Yes, that'd be a good little, like a book. Yeah, good little book title. The Return of Jordan. The Rapture. The Return of Jordan. Ready to marble some hornets, or perhaps Ross some woods? True. I could Ross some woods. Sounds like it could be taken the wrong way, though.
Here, I can see the chat.
He's catching up.
Everybody's been saying things.
He's catching up. Real good.
And it's nice to see Ellie's here as well.
Got a few people. To start with. Not bad. Rated.
And Mum's here because I recommended that she watch this one because she liked Marble Hornets. So I think she'd like this one.
I think so too. I'm excited for this. So I believe you have seen this, haven't you, Jordan?
Yep, watched it twice. Like I watched the videos as they came out, and then when the final video came out, I watched the whole thing again just to see it as one complete product.
Cool. So I have not seen any of it, even though the YouTube likes to say I have, but it's just because I pulled up the video. And what's really interesting is that I'm excited to go into this blind because I have my ideas and interpretations based on just thumbnails and title and stuff like that alone. I believe what confuses me is so I believe in the series, was he Alex Crayley in the series?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, his name was Alex Crayley.
Okay. In which case, then Crayley in the real world, it still sounds like it's going to be in the same universe. Then that makes a lot of sense to me. Cool. Okay. Well, that kind of clears up a few things. Great. Love that. So this is.
I feel.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like that. I could talk a little bit about the premise, but at the same time, like I think it'll be pretty obvious what's going on when we start watching. So I can talk about things afterward and clarify anything that might need clearing. Look, well, the only things that I know about, but I'm not the creators and I don't know the secrets of the plot. But yeah, I've lost where I was going with that. I feel like I had something else there. I've also lost that as well.
That's okay. It might come back to you.
Oh right. I meant to ask, do you have my playlist up?
Yes, I do.
Good. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm not sharing my screen with you, am I? Hang on.
No. And so people in chat know. Uh, After the fifth video came up, I wanted a playlist for the Rosswood thing, and I went looking for playlists. But the only ones I could find they stuck Rosswood at the end of the complete series, which that's fair enough. But I wanted at least one playlist that was just Rosswood, so I made it myself.
And so we're using his playlist, his official playlist, the one that he did. even says right there, look, by Jordan Dooling. You can see. Oh, you can't see. Oh, there's my mouse cursor. Look, by Jordan Dooling. You can find him on YouTube as Jordan Dooling.
Yeah, I've started making some playlists for a couple of things that I like. That I also made one for Ghost Files, the Watcher series,
Right
one that's just Ghost Files and doesn't show like the debriefs and everything. Because I go looking for playlists for this kind of thing. Because oftentimes in the case of Rosswood, it's something that I like to watch as one product. But in the case of like Ghost Files, it's something I like to go to sleep to. And I just want. And sometimes I'm in the mood for debrief, but sometimes I just want the episodes by themselves. So I just make playlists for that kind of thing.
Yeah, I completely understand that logic. Completely. That makes a lot of sense to me. Good thinking. Ren says it's not a continuation. That is pretty much all that needs to be said. That you know what that's good because it's not too much of a spoiler for me. That feels like it's going to ruin it. That's good. It's good to know.
Yeah, that's more or less what I contemplated telling you. But the videos will make it really clear.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it will. That's why we're here, right? Chaos, welcome. Don't worry about being late. It's only like 10 minutes. You're fine. We haven't even really started yet, anyway, so you're fine. Ren endorses the playlist as the EMH ambassador. Ooh, awesome. I like that. All right, boys and girls, are we ready for Rosswood Part 1?
Yep, and I'm ready.
That's
and
all
also
I need.
Also, they've got full dedicated captions for all these. So if you put the subtitles on, it's perfect.
Will do. Good to know. All right, boys and girls, Rosswood, Part 1. If it pulls up. Oh, there we go. Captions are on. Good.
We'll have some text here. So. The following footage is the only edited material from an unfinished episode of Crayley in the Real World, a web-based documentary series created by Alex Crayley and Jay Merrick.
I didn't know his last name was Merrick. That's a cool last name.
It's given in the credits for season 3, which we didn't want.
Oh, I see. Siphon Stick, hello. You say I haven't been able to join a stream since the first actual Marble Hornets stream at Lamau. I love this miniseries. Welcome, my friend. Well, really glad to have you with us. We're all going to be jumping into this together. Fantastic fun. Okay, back to it. Just wanted to make you feel welcome.
It was recovered from a laptop found in their empty hotel room.
Nick Ronco, welcome. Good to see you, buddy.
Hi, I'm Alex Crayley. I'm a filmmaker and pop culture historian. I've made it my life's work to show the world how important films are to us and the unexpected ways in which the film world collides with our real world. This is Crayley and the Real World. Welcome everyone to another episode of Crayley and the Real World, a series in which I take a look at all the different ways that films affect us and vice versa. I'm Alex Crayley, of course, and as always, I'm joined by my assistant, Jay Merrick.
And on today's episode, we're here in Rosswood, Alabama. You could call it mine and Alex's old stomping grounds because we graduated from film school about 5 miles that way.
Ever since we started this series, we wanted to do an episode about something that we ourselves are very familiar with, and that's
Urban legends.
Urban legends, that's right. You see, urban legends are what I like to think of as this rich, primordial soup where creatives can reach in and pull out the raw ideas that they then mold into the horrifying masterpieces that we know and love. Now, urban legends are often tied to specific locations as well, and there's one location out here that everyone knows. Let's take a look. Rosswood Hospital has sat abandoned since its closure in 1999. Ever since, it has been the subject of countless urban legends and ghost stories. Students from the nearby university often trek through the moonlit woods surrounding it to visit this place as a rite of passage, staying just long enough to see the crumbling walls and the dark, twisted hallways. It's also well-trodden ground to Jay and I personally, as we shot a major part of one of our projects out here when we were film students together. This old hospital is...
Wait. Are you not gonna say what it was called?
I don't know.
No, I wasn't planning on it, but I guess you can.
Okay, it was called Alex Crayley's Marble Hornets, and it was about, stop me if you've heard this before, a guy comes back to his hometown after graduating college, and things are different.
Please don't put any footage of that in.
I'm going to.
No.
Okay, well maybe I'll just do it in the edit when you're not looking. Sorry, you were saying.
Anyway, the old Rosswood building is deeply connected to this place. It's provided young creatives with an unending supply of inspiration over the years. And soon, we're going to venture back into it. But before that, we're joined by a local folklorist and expert on the history of Rosswood.
I'm Jody Locke, and I'm the assistant curator and lead archivist at the Rosswood Historical Society, and I'm deeply passionate about our local history.
Jody, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, could you tell us a little bit more about Rosswood Hospital?
Well, Rosswood Hospital was established in the spring of 1952. Its campus consisted of two main buildings. The first was the dormitories, that was for housing patients, and the other was for treatment during their stay.
So when you say their treatment, what are we talking about?
Rosswood was primarily focused on the treatment of mental health disorders. While most of the records from Rosswood specifically are redacted or sealed, it's safe to say that mental health wasn't as well understood in 1952 as it is today. In fewer words, Rosswood was an asylum.
And given that context, we're probably talking about some pretty barbaric treatments. Are like shock therapy or?
Shock therapy, solitary confinement, even lobotomies, which were never formally outlawed in the United States.
Wow. And it's those kinds of barbaric practices and the behaviors that surround them that likely formed the basis for a lot of early slasher films. The idea of the crazy killer, right?
I don't know that I would say that exactly. In fact, when it comes to the treatment of the mentally ill in the United States, the truth is much more horrifying than fiction. That being said, most urban legends have some grain of truth to them. I've heard of plenty of instances of escapes during its heyday and even up until its closure.
So patients would get out. Would the police just round them up and send them back? What happens?
Sometimes there were genuine disappearances. I can think of one instance from 1998. There was a young boy who ran away during his treatment, and to my knowledge, he was never found.
It's probably some tales and myths that came from that incident alone.
It's possible. This whole thing is like a game of telephone. You know, with every subsequent retelling, the truth gets stretched and it becomes harder and harder to get to the heart of what actually happened.
Right, and it's that kind of malleable storytelling that ends up being urban legends. A place like Rosswood Hospital has to be ripe for that sort of thing.
Absolutely. I've heard of plenty of folks going to the grounds themselves to see if they can catch a glimpse of the spirit still wandering the grounds after all these years.
And it's my understanding that those kinds of people are the types that are all too eager to experience their own ghost story, basically, right?
Right, exactly. I should point out that going there is legally considered trespassing, but there are plenty of folks who are comfortable with taking on that kind of risk if it means that they can experience the otherworldly.
Now, do they?
I've heard stories, but that's folklore, right? It's the oral tradition of regular people in a community, and in this case, Rosswood.
With that in mind, before we head out to Rosswood Hospital proper, we thought we'd take a walk around and talk to some folks, find out what stories they've heard, and maybe what other urban legends they're aware of. But keep in mind, this is a college town, and it's a Friday night. so anything goes. So it turns out that it's spring break, and I'm having a little bit harder time finding people to interview than I originally anticipated. But don't worry, I'm not ready to give up quite yet. Told you I'd find someone, guys. I'm here with Brandon, who you're familiar with Rosswood, correct?
It's Brendan, but yes, I am familiar. I've heard of the facilities.
And you've also heard about some maybe spectral interference here. Could you elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, I heard Marie Laveau put a curse on the place from beyond the grave. I heard she was petitioned by a patient.
And so she was petitioned while already dead?
Correct.
And what kind of curse did she put on Rosswood? All right, we found somebody else that knows a little bit about Rosswood. What's your name?
Oh, that doesn't matter too much. Y'all wanted to hear a ghost story, right?
Yes. Yeah, tell us your ghost story.
Yeah, I got a ghost story.
Okay.
My brother, he's a slick guy, you know? He was,
Okay.
you know, I've never been able to talk to girls very, very well. But my brother, you would have liked him. You would have. When we were seniors in high school, my brother, he was only a year older than me, so we were close in age. Seniors in high school.
Was he held back a year?
Yes. Yes, he was.
Of course. Please continue.
He talked to these two like, you know, sophomore girls, and like, you know, he was like, hey, you know, let's go hang out in the woods, and like I could never have done that, but you know, they said, yeah, we'll go out, and you know, we were gonna go have a good time. I was so nervous. I was, you know, the whole walk out, and then a little that. We reached Rosswood. I'm so sick. I have to lie down. I was like, give me a minute. I'm gonna sit here. I wasn't falling asleep, I guess. I was so f***ed up. Oh.
We can bleep it.
Oh.
Don't worry.
I wake up. Suddenly. And it's the two girls, and they're shaking me. And they're yelling. It took them. It took them.
They took your brother?
It took them.
The girls took your brother?
No.
No.
I mean, I stood up. I mean, I had to get up. They were saying, I asked them again where their brother, and they said, took him. And so, like, they start motioning me to follow him, and they brought me to this tunnel. This big tunnel in front of me. Steel. And it's so dark in there. And the girls, they're yelling in my ear. They're saying, it dragged him in there. It dragged him in there.
This is a tunnel at Rosswood Hospital?
No.
No.
There's no tunnel at Rosswood Hospital. You know what's listening to me?
Okay.
I've never seen this tunnel before. I turn and like they're both like they're on the ground, and they're, you know, just
They're having like a seizure?
like on the ground. And I was like, I don't know what to do.
Alex, I think we should call him a cab or maybe.
So I ran into the tunnel. And I was calling my brother's name, saying, where are you? Where are you? And I hear, here I am. Just like that, you know? Here I am. And I turn around. That was so beautiful. I ran. I had to. Never saw my brother again.
You don't know what happened to your brother? What happened to the girls?
They woke up. They were kind of like me, kind of sick, but we got back to the car where we parked, and by the time we got there, they didn't know who I was. They didn't know me. They didn't know I had a brother. They didn't know, there was no brother. Do you hear what I'm saying? There was no brother.
No, I get what you're saying. Wow.
Come on, man. I just called you a cab. Come on. Come on.
Oh,
Maybe we just cut. Man. Right. Well, Jody, what do you think? Do any of these ghost stories hold water?
I think it should be your turn to talk now.
Okay. Well, maybe the three of us will experience our own ghost story tomorrow when we spend all day and night at Rosswood Hospital. Hope you'll join us for part 2, coming soon. Jay, you got your sleeping bag? Nice. As always, I'm Alex Crayley, and this is Crayley in the Real World.
That's
part 1.
That is so good. It's oh my god, this wow. What?
Is it what?
It's just I'll explain later, babe. My goodness.
I love you. Have fun.
I love you too. So what I really like about this is you can tell, especially the fact that it starts at like episode 8 of this Crayley in the Real World series, which I think the problem is now I want that to be a real thing. And I like the fact that, so it's still maybe in the same universe, or at least using the same characters from that universe. And a lot of the things feel like we're going to have weirdo experiences, but it feels like it feels like a show. It feels like a regular show that you'd find either on YouTube or on like numerous channels. It could be. It feels really well done. I like the fact that there's even like weird placeholder things, so you can tell like. They had big ambitions for this, and they probably shot multiple parts ahead of time before things clearly went wrong. It feels so good. It's so the acting's really good. They've got these good segments, good editing, good cutaways. So much of it. Oh god, they fucking nailed this. It feels so good. It's so polished, and that dude. That blonde dude, oh my god, I loved him. He was just so incredible. I can't believe that guy. I wanted to make a joke and be like, "Oh, it's Jordan," but I didn't say it.
I said it.
Jenny did say it, but I was muted, so. Oh man,
he played a good part, and I suppose by this point I should offer a bit more clarity on the premise here. This video kind of already implied this stuff that I'm going to say, but so obviously this is it is the same universe, but it's kind of like an alternate universe, where it's like in this universe, like Alex, he still tried to make Marble Hornets back in the day, but nothing bad happened, and he just kind of stopped making it because he got bored or something, or things fell through, and he went on with his life. Jay went on with his life, but now Alex is still trying to make videos. He's still trying to do things. And there was one story that I think her name is Jody,
Jody.
Jody mentioned that like in 1998, a kid ran away from Rosswood Hospital and he disappeared, and that the dates line up with the hospital, medical papers, Tim's medical papers that we saw in season 3. So it's kind of implying like Tim in this universe, he ran away, but then he just disappeared. It wasn't brought back to the hospital.
Okay, so I think you're right. I think an alternate version of the same universe makes a lot of sense. That lines up a lot. That's an interesting way to put it. It makes me really wonder where they're going to go with this then, because I'm assuming that the guy and the girls in the woods and stuff saw. I could assume it's Slender Man, operator, whatever. It might not have been though. something took his brother. I don't think he himself didn't see what it was, but the girls did, but they clearly didn't verbalize very well what happened to him, besides the fact that he was taken into a metal tunnel, which is what we've seen before the operator using. But again, that might not be him.
Dragged in there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I like the interesting parallels and connections that they're making, even though, like you said, it could still be an alternate version, which is, I like this idea. I like this idea a lot.
And now that, but now that Ellie has shown me the Blair Witch Project, I can say like this actually feels like the beginning of the Blair Witch Project, because that movie begins with them seriously making like a little bit of
film
research
project, yeah.
Yeah, but like about the folklore,
Mm-hmm.
the folklore of the local forest.
Yeah,
basically.
that is it. That is a great parallel to make. It is akin to that, except that feels more found footage in some of the stylings, whereas this is definitely more polished and refined, more like a not quite documentary. That's maybe not the right word, but it is a little bit more produced, isn't it, compared to where Blair Witch is not really. So I mean, maybe in the end with the editing and stuff, they would have done that, but it does feel like it's This is a good connection to make there. I like that. I like that Tim doesn't just get forgotten in this universe, says Ren. Yes, I agree. I like that. I like the fact. It's all really good so far. All really good. Not even realizing about the dates. I guess Tim, to be honest. Well done, Chaos. Even you made that fantastic connection. I didn't. I totally forgot about the dates of the papers, but it was awesome. It's awesome. Ellie says the Blair Witch and I share a name, just spelled differently. Well, then that's the thing, isn't it? It's, do you think the Blair Witch was real?
No.
Yeah. I mean, even in the video game, there's not really. Well, I mean, there's like evil entities and stuff like that, but I don't really remember there being like one witch. There was like evil creatures and shit, but there wasn't really a witch, which again, it frustrates me. I'm like, why have a Blair Witch and there isn't an actual like woman or witch presence or anything? Fucking ridiculous. There's a video game. Yes, there is a video game of the Blair Witch, which is incredibly different than the movie.
Yeah, it's by Bloober Team. I love Bloober Team, but I don't love all their games. Blair Witch is okay. Mid. It's fine. It's passable.
Mid is a good way to describe it. I also thought it was fine, but they
it's
could
very
have
well produced.
Yeah, they could have easily not called it Blair Witch, and the game would have been no different. That's the problem. I don't know the real connections because I don't feel like there was any besides the location. That was fucking it. This is stupid.
And Nick, yes, I've heard of Lake Mungo. I've watched Lake Mungo. Ellie showed me Lake Mungo, and I loved that movie. I actually got it was really scary to me, and I still recommend Nathan watch it.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I totally will watch it. I might even have to watch it in the Discord thing because in Discord I'm trying to do like a monthly movie night. I'd like to do it more like weekly or something, but it really just depends on times and stuff like that. But I'm trying to do a monthly thing. We've done the Dear David movie because I want to do a comparison video between that and the Twitter series. Very fucking different, it's just a bad movie for a number of reasons. But yeah, I think Lake Mungo could be the next call then, because if it's got good reviews from everybody, I mean, I don't think I'd be able to watch it through these streams as well. I think it would make sense to do it in the Discord. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. I like it. Let's see. Ellie says the supplementary fake documents that go along with the original movie go into a supposed history of a woman called Ellie Kedward, who is said to be the inspiration for the legend. Documentary, not documents. Right. Yes. That is, I forgot her name was Ellie Kedward. Interesting. Ren says, what a strange thing to turn into a game. Then again, they did it with Slender Man too, but at least it kind of worked. It did kind of work with Slender the Arrival, or Slender the 8 Pages, or the other 15,000. Maybe not all the Slender Man games. Some of them are pretty trash. But some of the main ones are quite good. You know, I do admit. So I played Slender the 8 Pages, and it's perfect for a simple horror game. I don't know if I played Slender the Arrival, but that is something we've talked about potentially doing. So that could happen. But Jordan said it was like the Marble Hornets guys even had a word on it. So that's good enough for me. Big difference between that and the Dear David movie, because the Dear David movie didn't have Adam Ellis even involved, and it's his fucking experience. No wonder it was trash. Sorry, let's see. Was strangely turned to a game. Oh, yep, we did that. Also, I forced Jordan to watch Lake Mungo. You did, Ellie, but he loved it, so it's fine. Okay. Nick says nothing. Nathan, it's a movie where nothing paranormal happens. Just kidding. Or am I? Well, I'm still gonna watch it. Even if it's horror, I don't care. I love that shit. Let's do it. Ellie says my parents are watching the FNAF movie downstairs. My mom said she'd tell me what she thinks of art. You know what? I didn't hate the FNAF movie. But I think it's because I love Matthew Lillard, and he did just a phenomenal job. It was a little odd in some parts, but honestly, like production value and the animatronic stuff, I thought it was all right. I thought it was. It's no Willy's Wonderland, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The second FNAF movie comes out on my late brother's birthday. Oh, feel for you. Sorry, we're going to be here all day talking to chat otherwise. We will chat more, but we have other parts to get through. Let's carry on, shall we? I want to see them go to Rosswood Hospital and have a bad time. Rosswood, part 2.
Part 2.
Listen, I'm not mad. I really, really wish you had said something about this beforehand, and maybe I could have figured something out, but...
Okay, well, we'll figure something out now. How about I get you a hotel? And that way, once we get to the evening time, when it's time to go to bed or whatever, you can just dip out, go to the hotel, we'll edit around it, it'll be easy peasy. No one will know, it'll be great.
I live 10 minutes away from here, Alex. Why would I need a hotel?
Okay, that is fair. I didn't think of that. But that's okay. There's got to be another solution. We just need to figure out what it is.
I feel like you're not hearing me. I don't think there's a solution here. Look, I'm happy to do this kind of thing out here in public, but I'm not going to an abandoned hospital with you two.
What do you two? Why do you say it like that?
No offense. I just met you, and I told you before, going there is legally considered trespassing. I don't want to spend the night there. I don't want to spend the night in jail.
Jail?
I have a day job,
It's gonna be a
one that I
fine
would
at
like
worst.
to keep. Thank you very much.
Okay, I understand that. Give me just a second. Jay, did you not send this? Did you not send all this information to Jody in that email?
What information? I wasn't paying attention.
The whole spending the night at Rosswood, the cornerstone of this entire project. Why is she just learning about this now?
All I did was the initial contact, like you told me to. I think you took over from there, right?
No, this is exactly the kind of thing that I have you for. You are my assistant to organize these kind of things.
You emailed me, Alex, and you told me that I was meeting you both here. You never mentioned anything about the hospital.
It doesn't matter. We're going to figure out a contingency here.
Do you have a permit? Do you have insurance?
Okay, you don't need to worry about that kind of thing, all right? I am a professional. We are professionals. We're all professionals here.
You are asking me to trespass in an abandoned building.
What I'm asking you to do is act with a modicum of professionalism. We had an agreement. We just need you to do this one last thing.
I am not going to listen to you lecture me about professionalism. You are being unprofessional.
I am not being unprofessional. Look, I'm not mad at you. I just care about this project a lot. And from my point of view, you are the only thing that is keeping us from reaching the finish line.
Well, isn't that convenient? Do you think I just fell off the turnip truck? No.
What?
I am not going to be pressured like this.
I'm not trying to pressure you. I am trying to get the job done. You don't want to get the job done.
Then you are going to have to do this job without me.
Jody, wait. My name's Ramon.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry about him. I think he had a little too much to drink earlier.
You think?
Yeah, but he just really wants to make it work. I know, but just sleep on it, I guess. And if you don't want to do it, that's fine. You know, no pressure. We'll work around it. We've done it before. But if you change your mind, you know, just give me a call, and we'll take it from there. Okay.
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 Yeah.
Thank you for your help. We really appreciate it.
Where's she going? Okay. Get that shot. Don't look at me. So we'll say that she called us back. She said she couldn't do it. It was too haunted or whatever. That's how we will save this episode.
This right here?
Yes. Just put text over it or whatever.
You ready to head back?
Yeah, I mean, what else are we supposed to do?
I'll get all the footage together tonight and do like a rough edit for you to take a look at in the morning.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So they seem well, Alex seems super adamant to have her at the Rosswood hospital with them.
Yeah, and I think he had a set idea in mind for the video he wanted to make, but like logistically, he didn't think it through.
Yeah, I suppose so. Because you think
he does care about this project.
Yeah, no, yeah. Of course, but it's not like he's being stopped from still going. He's incredibly upset that she doesn't want to go because it's breaking the law and she could lose her job and stuff, which is completely understandable. Just weird hill to fight super hard for.
Yeah.
But great acting, great stuff. I love it.
I'm gonna grab the camera bag and we should be good to go. Have you heard from Jody at all?
No, I think it's safe to say I burned the bridge.
We'll figure it out. You ready?
Yeah. Mom. Probably right though.
Oh, I didn't realize I was recording. Hold on. I think the turnoff is coming up here, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's either just over the hill or beyond it. Okay. This is the big tree where we turn off, right?
Yes. It looks familiar.
Because it's the weird one that goes into 3.
Yeah.
All right.
So we cut through here, and we go down that hill and back up, and that's where you can start to see the hospital through the trees.
Okay.
After you.
Let's go.
Okay. We can keep moving.
It does look way worse, right? Like, I'm not crazy.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I mean, granted, it's been, what, 15 years since we've been here? More?
Yeah. Have fun with the graffiti.
Yeah, I'm trying not to show too much of it. Here's the front up here if you want to go ahead and do the introduction while we're here.
Yeah. We'll just start with the patient housing that she mentioned, yada, 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 and then over there we'll do something.
So the actual hospital is over there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You good?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start up here.
We've arrived. Rosswood Hospital. This is where Jay and I are going to be spending the day and night. This is the larger of the 2 buildings on the property. The one that Jody told us was patient housing. A little bit over that way, is the treatment facility. We'll check that out, but first, let's go inside.
There's not too much graffiti here.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, well. Wait. Look, come here. I don't know how I saw this.
Oh, no way.
It's a, is it? Yeah, it's a mini DV tape, which I think it's what we shot on before.
This might be one of them.
Who knows? I wish I had a way to play it, but I don't.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would take it.
Cool.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going. Hey. Yeah. Yeah, we're out here. We just got here. Yeah, that's still the plan. We got sleeping bags in the car. We'll get them later. No, I don't think they'll help. I don't think I'll sleep much. That's okay. Don't worry. Yeah, I'll text you. And call you right later tonight. Love you too. Bye.
Love you too. Same. Is that right?
Yeah.
Everything good?
Yeah, they were just calling to make sure that we made it out here and weren't arrested or anything.
I still got it.
Yeah. That looked fine, by the way. We don't have to
Can you see the
shoot it
AK
again.
in the shot?
The what?
There's graffiti
Oh.
that says AK. Alex Crazy.
Yeah. With an Anarchy A above it, I think.
That's me. Was it on this side or that side that we shot on the 3rd floor?
I think it was this side, but I mean, the floor was there that time.
It's still here.
It's just down there. Wow. Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm gonna get
Let's go
away
down the
from.
ground.
Yeah. You gonna try? Please be careful.
No. No. No.
Yeah, don't do that.
Ground floor's fine. So, I think that's enough in here. Let's go head over to the treatment facility and take a look around, and then we'll come back in here and do more of the narration stuff in a little bit.
Okay. Here's the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and do the introduction for this location out here now?
Let's hold off. Because this actually looks even worse than the other building.
Yeah.
And there might be something inside that we can reference to or come back around. And also, I just want to get the lay of the land while we still have some time.
Yeah. All right. Watch out for that stuff hanging. Yeah. Wait.
What?
I think. Yeah. Yeah, it is. This is where you did. We shot a part of Marble Hornets right here. You called it your money shot.
I called it my what?
Yeah. You had Brian standing right here against what was a wall, and you had him sitting here looking all pensive,
yeah.
and you shot it back through here.
I didn't recognize it.
Yeah.
Since everything's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. You had him. Yeah. You had him leaning right there, and he said some kind of line. I don't remember what it was.
I have no idea. I am positive it was very annoying and awful, though.
Yeah, it looked just like this. Yeah.
You remember we got caught after this, right?
We did?
Yeah, a guy in a truck came up, like, right over here, and he was yelling at us, so I went out to go and talk to him and try to, like, you know, get him to leave us alone, and he had a shotgun in his passenger seat.
He did?
Yes.
Okay, seeing this now, I remember the guy in the truck, but I don't remember the shotgun part.
Yeah. So we left real fast.
Yeah.
And I told him we would never come back, and now I'm a liar.
I mean, you told the truth for like, decade and a half.
Not bad.
Yeah. It's a good record.
I don't remember this room, do you?
No, it doesn't look familiar to me.
It's the exit.
Yeah. Somehow I don't think that's true. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. You want to go in?
No. No, I do not. I'm not getting stuck in there.
Yeah, I'm not going in there either. I just wanted to see what you would say.
Hey. What if I said yes?
You'd be going in there alone.
Got it. Have we been in these rooms yet?
This one through here?
That
I don't
one's
think
kinda
so.
close, but this one's pretty clear and open. We might be able to spend the night there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can try to walk away around there. I don't think I can fit through there, so let's try to
Yeah. Let's
find
see if
another
we
way.
can find an entrance.
Okay.
Okay. Check out this hallway. Look at the rooms. What do you notice?
It's dark. There's no windows. What about it?
Yeah, it's dark. It'll be good for the scripted encounter.
What?
You know, this scripted encounter, like in the middle of the night when we're exploring, we're contacted by ghosts or spirits or whatever.
You mean by scripted encounter, you mean faking it?
What I mean is that I don't want to leave here empty-handed.
That just seems dishonest to me.
I mean, you don't really think that we're going to be experiencing something supernatural out here without it, do you?
Well, no, but it just seems kind of manipulative to the viewers.
What do you think we were going to do out here? Just spend the night and have nothing happen? Sorry, look, I get what you're saying. I do. But we don't have to use it, but I'd rather have it and not need it than not have it and end up with the most boring episode ever. Right? So we're not making high art.
Yeah,
We just need eyeballs.
Need the eyeballs, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, no harm in looking. Go ahead. I'm right behind you.
Well, just look.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah?
It's like the one room in this entire building that's not covered in graffiti.
Yeah.
It's meant to be. So we'll film a little bit in here now while the sunlight is still in, and then tonight when it gets dark, we'll come in here and do our scripted thing. What's up?
The screen on the camera froze for a second.
Has it done that before?
It's done it once before, I think. It was when the SD card was almost full, actually, now that I think about it. Let me put this one in and take out another one from the bag. Give me just a second.
Is it good?
Seems like it.
Okay. I cannot afford a new camera, by the way. So anyway, we'll come back in here this evening, and that's when we'll shoot. Okay.
What was that?
I'm not sure. I really hope there's not somebody else walking around with us.
Are you gonna check it out?
Of course. I think it came from this way.
See anything?
Maybe across the courtyard?
Yeah, it sounded like it was kind of far away.
Might have even been a roof falling in. Oh, okay. Over here.
What?
I bet this door was just leaning up against what used to be its frame, and then Wind came through and knocked it over.
Yeah, or a person came through and knocked it over.
Okay. You ready for this?
What?
This is security.
Okay.
Now, whoever's in here, I'm only going to warn you once, nicely, but only once. You are trespassing. You will be found, and you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Sounds like it came from where we just were over there.
Yeah, I hear it.
Oh, crap.
What?
I left the camera bag in there.
Is it in there?
Yes.
Okay. Scared me.
All right. I scared myself.
On the plus side, our encounter room is still secure.
Yeah. There's people here. I do not want them running off with this. Just give me a second to catch my breath. Wait. Wait, come here.
What's up?
What? It's dark.
There's no way. It was
It
like
was-
5 p.m.
I mean, the sun was setting, but it shouldn't be dark yet, right? What time is it?
10:52 p.m.
There's no way. Hold on. Ooh.
Whoa.
What happened? Did we pass out? I didn't feel lightheaded. Did you?
No, not at all.
We need to get out of here. This could be something like a gas leak that we're breathing in.
This place has been condemned for decades. What gas?
Natural gas. It comes out of the ground.
I think this is something different. We should stay.
No, stay. What? No. What? Something weird just happened. We should go.
Something weird just happened, and we got it on camera. Think about it. We should stay the night. What if something else happens? We might have definitive proof of the paranormal. I don't know.
What if one of us drops dead, like from whatever we're breathing? No, we should definitely leave.
Jay,
No, come on.
Don't be dramatic.
No, we need to get out of here.
All right, so just keep filming. I don't want to miss anything.
Okay, I am. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna turn on the camera light so I can see better. Free up one of my hands. There
No,
we go.
don't use the camera light. We
Why?
have the flashlights. That's gonna kill the camera battery like that.
Well, we're leaving anyway.
Humor me.
Okay. Here, go ahead. I'm gonna call Riley and tell them we're coming back tonight.
That's part two.
Well, it's picked up incredibly quickly. There's already dramatic activity happening. It looks like you spotted something.
Yes. No, admittedly, I spotted it the first time I watched this, but I don't know the timestamp exactly. But it's when they first hear the noise and start walking out towards that little door in the ground, further ahead than that.
Is it
Further ahead.
Is it when he's pretending to be security?
just before that. It's like as they're entering the courtyard. Yeah, it'll be around here. If you you can keep it playing, I'll let you know when it's on screen.
Might have even been a roof falling in.
It's stop. Stop. It's basically just behind Alex's shoulder right now, around the corner, like there's a corner of the building there, and yeah, as he backs up, you still be able to see it. Or okay. I think it's easier to see after he's moved, but you can also see him before. So whichever way you want to go.
You think is he kind of like over in this direction?
Yeah, he's basically behind Alex's shoulder here.
Oh,
He's
yeah?
the corner of the building.
Oh, yeah,
Yep,
look.
there he is.
There he is. The hidden Slender Man. Hey! How about that? Oh, well, that makes me happy. I'm glad that they're still doing Slender Man shenanigans. I like the fact that even because when they were looking at the secret spooky tunnel, which by the way I would totally go in, but that's just me. There was already like some kind of audio distortion, but I like the fact that they're not always using the exact same like sound effects and distortion techniques that they've used before. It's like it's similar things, but it's done a little bit differently, and I kind of like that.
Yeah, but like this video does kind of remix a lot of the things from the original series. Is it like as Chet has pointed out, like a lot of the dialogue is basically like a meta reference to things that happened in the original series, but also the day turning into night quite suddenly. That is something that the series had done a few times, but this is a much more extended demonstration of it.
Mm-hmm. It's also yet again just done really, really well. Oh well, I have to see how this is going to go now.
Yeah, but like I love how part 2 ends because it feels very cinematic with the phone ringing. The audio feels like it turns into like the ambient noise, and so like it just gives you this ominous feeling. And then they go through the dark woods, not saying anything, and they look up, and it's the building that they've just walked away from, and it's just a really cool little ending.
Spooky. All right, who's ready for part 3?
Yeah,
I am. I'm fucking ready.
Nothing. It just keeps ringing. Hey, did you try calling yet?
Who should I call?
It doesn't matter. Anybody.
The only people on my phone besides you are my coworkers.
Aww.
Call one of them. You might have a better signal than me. You want to try walking out the front again?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I mean, we clearly don't know our way around. We just walked around and then ended right at the front again. And it would be way worse if we got lost in the middle of the woods. So I don't think we can try again until we have more light.
So what's the plan until then?
I think the plan is what the plan always was. We hunker down. We can film whatever we want to tonight, and then in the morning we'll figure it out. We'll try again.
Okay, but all of our stuff is in the car still.
Okay, well, silver lining, that makes for a better episode. We're roughing it.
I'm really not too interested in what I'm shooting right now anyway.
Well, I am interested in it. I want to capture as much of this as I possibly can, so just keep recording, please. Can you do that?
Yeah, if you say so.
I do. How are we doing on battery?
On battery? 40% left on battery pack 1, which I have right now. Then the other 3 are fully charged.
Good. And we have 1 full SD card from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
How are we doing on the others?
30, 40 hours between them, probably.
Well, that's great. That's way more than we actually need for tonight.
Wait, you're not going back into that room again, are you?
Yeah, of course I am. This is the room where whatever happened, so I think it's a good idea for us to stick around in case something else happens.
I don't know. Please don't go in there. Please don't go in there again.
Jay. Look, I'm not trying to bully you, okay? Give me the camera.
Hold on.
I know you're stressed out, and I know this is a lot, so let me take over on the camera. You can sit down, relax, try to take your mind off of things. Plus, this room is like clean compared to the rest of the place. There's hardly any mud.
I really doubt I'll be able to take my mind off things.
Try, at least. It'll be fine.
I'll be here.
Great. I don't even see a hole up here. Where was the sunlight coming through earlier?
I don't know.
Samuel White, hi, welcome to chat.
Okay. Okay. God. Oh. Oh. A little bit creepier when you're by yourself. Okay, so there's our door from earlier. So that means this is the back side of the facility, and the utility room is, I think, over there. So, okay, down there is one of the front entrances. Rolling. Okay. Not the most comfortable sleep I've ever had, but it is currently 8:13 a.m. Yet, As you can see, it is still completely dark out, even though we are well past sunrise. Fortunately, we don't have any reason to believe that we're in any kind of imminent danger. And aside from it being dark out, everything seems to be pretty normal.
Aside from it being dark outside? Aside from it still being dark outside. Okay. Yeah.
What we're going to do now is we are going to gather our things and we are going to try to get to the car, hopefully this time without getting turned around. So, ready?
Yeah.
Just keep shooting.
I know. What, did you see something?
No, I'm just being cautious.
What? Oh, yeah. That's where we turned in. All right. Keep going.
No.
What?
How did we get turned around? I swear we were walking in a straight line.
Yeah, we were. All right, let's turn around and try again. This time, keep looking back at it to make sure it's behind us while we walk.
I'll walk backwards.
Yeah, just walk
man.
backwards if you have to. All right. Careful. Okay. Still there. Okay. Go. Are you okay? Wait.
This?
Wait, no. This is the utility room that we were in yesterday.
Yeah.
But how? This is at the back of the building. We were just at the front. Ow!
No idea. Oh, this is huge. Gotta get this.
No, we need to be more worried about leaving because I am so tired of shooting all of this.
I don't care. I don't care. Man, ever since whatever happened, you've just been hounding me about leaving. I don't want to film. We gotta stop shooting. It's been nonstop, man. See this from my perspective, okay? You have a steady job in the production business, right?
What? Yeah, I mean, steady
Exactly.
enough. You know that.
And you know what's gonna happen when we get out of here and we stop shooting. You're gonna go back to that job, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna go back to Riley. And you're gonna go back to your house.
Yeah.
And you know where I'm gonna go?
Home?
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go back to my crappy little apartment alone. And then the next day, I'm going to go to my crappy little day job at the call center and get yelled at all day. That's a job that I'm probably gonna be laid off from soon, just so you know.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Don't apologize. Just listen to me for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm doing at that job when I'm sitting at my desk between calls?
What?
I'm writing down ideas for the series. I'm trying to think of ways to make it better. Trying to think, what can we do? Where can we go? Do you know why?
Why? I'm listening.
Because it's all I have. And now we're out here. And we have something big. We actually have something. Something that nobody has seen before. We have, on camera, definitive proof of something paranormal happening. How does that not excite you?
I just want to go home, Alex.
So do I, man. Of course I do. But if I can leave here and have something to show for it, something that can pull me out of this hole, I want that. I need it. Look at me. I need this. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Don't mm-hmm me.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
So film everything.
Okay. What now? What?
I have an idea.
What, you don't want to go down there, do you?
I mean, we've been in the woods a couple of times now, and we keep ending up at the same place. Maybe this goes somewhere. Maybe it actually goes somewhere. And maybe that somewhere has the sun up. I don't know.
We haven't tried it yet. I guess there's only one way to find out.
Thought you'd take more convincing.
I just want to leave. I'll try anything. Let's see. It's actually more spacious in here than I thought it would be.
Well, that's something. And move in so I can hop down.
It's part 3.
Oh my god! Oh, it's so good. It is. It just. Wow.
The characters are good. The acting is good. The location, like they've clearly been there enough that they have a good idea of how to make it look good.
Yeah, that they're believable in ways, even if you know this is fictional. It just. Wow. It's I really don't know what else to say. It's gripping and it's entertaining, and I get the feeling that it's going to be one of those where it's like, oh, they were never seen again or some shit, but I don't really know. I'm excited to kind of see where, because it has an ending clearly with part 5. I would guess, but just insane, insanely good, insanely good. Alex Crayley walked so Vinny Everyman could run, just for Alex Crayley to make a huge comeback in the toxic manipulator department. Dang, Red. I mean, you know what? You might be freaking right. Just as unnerving at the end of part 3 as entry number 60 was in the original series. I agree. And we love to see it. Very true. Alex is as insufferable as ever, and I love it, Samuel. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, but I also kind of feel for him. His life, it kind of sucks, and I can understand that, and I can understand that the desire for more. It's not good to push people with it, but I do understand his desires for wanting more out of his life, and this is like, this could be it. This could be the thing he's been waiting for, and if anything, I know for me, I would also be like, except my mentality would be like, well, I'm going to stay, and I'm going to record, and I'm going to get all the footage and evidence of it, because I want people to see what I saw as real or whatever. But I would understand if other people would be like, no, we're not going to do that. Okay, well, you could go, but I'm going to stupidly stay.
Yeah.
But I can't help it. I've always been that kind of a way, especially if it's like evidence of something that's like never been seen before. Then yeah, I definitely want that. You brought your dog? I didn't, but good reference. Oh man,
But,
oh sorry, go ahead.
and I think that his character makes a lot of sense here, like even in terms of comparing it to the original series. Like in that one, like he did have a supernatural force making him kind of really manipulative and
Mm.
weird. But we're seeing like even without that, he just has a predilection toward. It's not. I don't know if I'd call him manipulative necessarily, but
It has
just
it has
he's so
manipulation tactics, but yeah.
he's so fixated on doing the thing that he believes he needs to do. He doesn't. He requires a bit of pushing in order to get him to let other people go. But just
Yeah.
like I think like his character makes a lot of sense. It doesn't feel inconsistent with how he was in the original series, and it just offers like another perspective on him, another angle.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, he feels like a journalist who's finally found his big story, and he's going to do everything in his power to get it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he's meant to be this insanely manipulative person. I think he is tired. I think he's exhausted, and he's been waiting for some change in his life that's been good enough. And like I mean, he clearly sees this series as his baby, as like the thing that he can give to the world. And so of course he wants to make it as incredible as possible because he wants to be more than what he currently is and feel like he's maybe even remotely successful. So I do understand where some of that's coming from for sure. And he's willing to fight for it, but yeah, you got to not push people around. It's there is a level of toxicity and manipulation going on for sure, but I don't feel like that's his like desire and that's what he wants to do, but he feels like he has no choice.
Yeah. Like it's like he's not like he's not like actively manipulative in the sense of like a political advisor who has grand schemes for how to enact his plans. he's more like casually manipulative in the sense of tragically manipulative. It's like he's not really trying to be, but he believes that he has to be, and so he's not really thinking of it that way.
Mm-hmm. Ren put it quite well as well. I don't think he necessarily means to be as manipulative as he's coming off, but yeah, he's desperate to achieve his goals, and that's a great way to look at it. It is this desperation. That's a fantastic way to describe it. I'm gonna grab a drink.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave you a chat for a minute, and then we'll go on to part 4. Maybe if you're lucky, I'll show you cat cam later because he's having a little snooze, but he's been needing my attention for like 25 minutes now. But he's having a nap now. He's having a nap now, aren't you, buddy? Aren't you, Sebastian? I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Hi there, chat. Ren says, and when you take that initial stress and add being stuck in the dark in the middle of nowhere, well, you get an outburst. Yeah. Really, I definitely think he was pushy with Jody. I think like his behavior in the hospital makes sense. And there's just because it's a stressful situation, and maybe he like. Well, I feel like if it was suddenly dark out when it shouldn't be dark, and I tried to leave and just came right back where I was, I would harbor the suspicion that like okay, there's no way out. So like all I can do is stay and film. And so maybe it'd be a bit of like a defeatist way of looking at it, but I think it would be like a valid way of looking at it. FNAF update. My mom just came in. The movie was the worst movie ever, and said she was joking. So I don't know her real thoughts. Yeah, even though I have little interest in watching FNAF movie, I doubt it's the worst movie ever. I'm trying to think of a movie that I hate that everybody loves that I can do a hot take on, but I can't actually think of one off the top of my head. Like even Titanic was just a 5 out of 10. It wasn't the worst movie ever for me. Ren says, I just hate when people pin all the blame on the operator for the character's own poor choices. Yeah, that's fair. I guess partly one of the things that Rosswood proves is that I can't imagine there were many people who tried to defend Alex throughout the original series, saying like, "Oh, it's the operator's doing all of this thing." But Rosswood is like pure evidence that there is a degree to which, even in the original series, it was Alex's fault. Like he made a lot of active choices. All right, well, I might go have another cig break just because fuck it.
Yeah,
So
you can.
this is a nice little stopping point halfway through. So
Yeah.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
No worries. I'll entertain chat. So we have White Claw, which is not my. It's a decent hard seltzer. I don't think it's like the best or anything like that, but it's one of the drinks we do have at the moment. Need to restock a couple of things, but yeah, it is what it is. And so I like passion fruit. Passion fruit's really nice, but for those of you who don't really know passion fruit super well, it can also be stinky. And so I crack it open and I'm ready to go in. The problem is it's like the first opening, sniff and sip and stuff like that, and just that stink just fucking smells like stinky ass armpits just straight in my face. Like, oh god, not ready for that. But it is all right though. I don't love their passion fruit one, but I do like passion fruit drinks like Schafferhofer is one that I like. The passion fruit for that one is really good. Really good. Can't help it. Let me see. Let me catch up with you guys. I was able to hear quite a fair bit through Jordan, luckily, because that's the good thing about wireless headphones. I can leave the room and still hear what's going on. Because the kitchen is just like right next door, so it's great. Initial stress and being in the dark. Yeah, I completely agree. FNAF update. My mom just came in, so the movie was the worst movie ever made. Yep, I remember that. I have many hated movies that no one has heard of. Well, that's just eccentric and special, then, isn't it? I like that. Can't be worse than Star Wars Holiday Special. Well, through who? Are we talking Family Guy or Robot Chicken? Because those are quite different. Chaos says Nate phased through your arm, Jordan. I did. My green screen, funnily enough, stretches quite big with this view here, and so I love it. I love the fact it makes it look like I'm like phasing in and out of his room. I think it's super funny. Ellie says I was there for the puppets, so yes, Star Wars Holiday Special is worse. I clearly am missing some stuff, but that's okay. Ren says, like, I don't know, I get slender sickness is kind of an established concept, but it's a cop-out to say it's the root of all evil or what have you. No, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think it, for me, that the whole slender sickness or becoming a proxy or whatever like that, I suppose it depends on, like, how far into the sickness you go to then become a proxy. So I think, like, in between, you just have a lot of the terrible symptoms and stuff like that. I wouldn't say it, like, inherently makes you evil, though. I think it just, like, it super affects you in, like a negative way, right? I think it's only when you full-on become a proxy that you're evil, but it's because you're basically just the operator now, aren't you? You're acting out as his will. So I think that's kind of part of it, isn't it? Chaos says, I like watermelon settlers myself. You know, I don't mind the watermelon. I've never been a big fan of watermelon-flavored things just because it sometimes feels so fake, some of the flavors. So, same with cherry drinks. Oh my god, like the artificial cherry flavor is not great. I'm not really a cherry lover myself, but artificial cherry is just, it's like fucking medicine. It's disgusting. Nick says, Nate, what is the worst movie ever made? Unfriended. And for those of you who don't know Unfriended, it's probably because it was before your time. Surprisingly enough. This was back in the days of Skype. And the entire movie was made on Skype. And it's bad. The plot's bad. The effects are bad. It's Unfriended for me is perhaps just I can't stand that fucking movie. It is fucking it's terrible. It is I can't even like it because it's bad. I can't even because like I like bad movies. Like Trolls 2 is a good example of a bad movie, but it's entertaining. Like you can kind of laugh at it and stuff, and so that's fine. But Unfriended is just the acting's not good. Imagine you record a Zoom call, and that's a movie. That's Unfriended. But it's also a horror movie. Oh, it's so fucking bad because it's not like you see a character's room when they leave the camera or something. No, you only see what their webcam. It's so fucking stupid. Oh, it's so bad. I'm sorry. Unfriended is like the worst goddamn movie. It is so, if you haven't seen it, You know, we might even do a little special Discord screening of it because it is so bad. It's so bad. It winds me up all the time. Ellie says you get slender sickness all the time. I feel that. I don't really get sick very often. When I do, it feels like slender sickness because it's like bad. Like it's bad sick times. Nick says that I know, right? Okay, the music. Ellie says I'm just a big horror fan. Me too. But there are a lot of bad horror movies. Oh god, there's so many bad horror movies. So many. Have I ever heard of the Star Wars Holiday Special? It depends. I'm not sure. Ellie says, "You medicine." Chaos says, "I was just about to say too many artificial cherry flavors like cough syrup." Very true. Very true. What about Birdemic? Birdemic? What about Birdemic? You talking about bird flu? Is that a movie? Birdemic? I don't think I've heard of Birdemic. Shaking my head, we are forgetting our roots. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Red. Nick says, I think I've heard of Unfriended. And then Ellie says, see, Unfriended had a whole group of ripoffs that are even worse. Are they? There's ripoffs of Unfriended? Oh, dude, I can't even believe anything's worse than that. Chaos says, Birdemic is at least crazy enough to be funny. Oh, okay, so it is a movie then. We now have to watch that. That sounds greght. You know, it says Skype goes for freaking real. Also, everyone in that movie is an unredeemable asshole. So true. So true. Jordan, have you seen Unfriended?
No.
The Skype horror movie?
No, I haven't.
It's awful. For me, it's probably one of the worst movies of all time. It's not even funny. There's no redeemable things about the movie. It is just pure bad. Ren says, nah, worst movie's got to be that new War of the Worlds Amazon movie that came out recently. It's terrible. Well, I haven't seen that one.
I want to watch that because I've heard amazingly bad things about it.
Oh, that's fun. Okay. Like unbelievably terrible. Chaos says, unfortunately, I have seen it, Nate. Are we talking about Unfriended or are we talking about Birdemic? It's hard to say now. Nick says, yes, I've heard of Unfriended. I don't know where. Ellie says, yes, War of the Worlds. And then Ren says, I don't know Birdemic. I don't know Birdemic. The title sounds dumb as it is, but I'll watch it. You know, it sounds fun.
It is a famously bad movie, yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Cool. I don't know the name. You know what? I'm gonna just give a quick little Google search here. Birdemic.
Yeah, the chat can't see it, but I can see it. That's
I can
you're
show
doing
that.
up.
It's got plenty of 5-star ratings, guys. This is not a bad movie. Look at this. Look at that. That's nuts. Obviously, they're wrong, but you know. Oh my God! Wait. There's a cool review about it. I got a divorce from my wife just before this movie. This made me forget all about it. Has some of the best visual effects I've ever seen compared to now. What, really? What kind of movies has this guy seen? Would definitely recommend. Birdemic is an absolute gem of a film that defies all expectations. From the moment the birds start descending to the sky, you're in for a wild, unpredictable ride that will keep you entertained and laughing throughout. This movie is so bad that it's brilliant. Oh, okay. Are we talking like bad, like The Room bad, or bad in a different way?
It's like it's The Room kind of bad. It's a badly made film with very bad acting. I haven't seen it, but I know a fair bit about it.
Okay, well, 2010. I'm surprised I haven't heard of it. Then that's surprising. Okay, well, I'll. I don't know if War of the Worlds is like Unfriended, but worse. Come on, like really. Can it be worse than Unfriended? Unfriended is purely in Skype. It is fucking terrible for a horror movie. People die on webcams, but like not on like full screen. I'm talking like you get the little box. It's so fucking stupid. Like one guy, I think like his hand goes in a blender. It's so it's dumb. It's because it like cuts in and out, so you see like only a second of gore. It's the whole thing is so bad. I can't stand Unfriended. Laura Barnes will never be Laura Palmer. Unfriended joke. Nick says, you need to watch that 1 minute long scene from Birdemic to know what you're getting into. Okay. I'll watch it. I'll watch Birdemic. The title's dumb, but I'll watch it. Chaos says, okay, but have you heard of Deathbed, the bed that eats Ren? Oh no, you mean the bed that eats. Right, I got you. I mean, for all I know, Ren might have been eaten in the movie. I don't know, but in which case, Ren, how are you alive? The main character / actor of Birdemic is the best thing of all time. Every other actor should just retire. So, like, we're talking like Tommy Wiseau levels. I like that. Okay. Neil Breen. I have not heard of Neil Breen. It's also an environmentalist movie. What? So Birdemic is just everything. Okay. Well, if it's very much on par with like the Room level, then we're gonna watch that. That's awesome. I love that.
Truly a Gesamtkunstwerk.
New War of the Worlds is also just in Skype, and it's somehow so much. Is it really? Is the New War of the Worlds basically just in like Skype the whole time? It's so stupid. Why do movie makers think you know what we need? We need a whole movie that's just on webcam. It's gonna cost us like $5 to produce this. Like, all we need to sell is like 3 tickets, and we've made a profit. It's like so fucking dumb. What are they doing, man? I can't believe it. Okay. So there's clearly quite a number of movies that we got to watch. That's fine. I'm down for that. I'm gonna hang on. I gotta add in my Discord list just so I don't forget.
Okay.
And then we'll get back to Rosswood, or else we'll be here all day. I mean, we could do more chats after Rosswood, but we do have to at least get that done, I would say.
Yeah.
Let's
Parts left after all.
see. So Birdemic. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Movies for Discord. Birdemic. War of the Worlds. New one. Oh god, I've already forgotten other shit. What am I doing? Let's just type that in. It's fine. It's fine. I can come back to it.
I do recommend Lake Mungo.
Oh, that was yeah. So Lake Mungo need to do because
that's a good film rather than a bad film.
Well, yeah, but we can watch good and bad film. Don't matter. Add Faithful Findings by Neil Breen. Okay, we'll do Faithful Findings Neil Breen. Because at least if we do it in the Discord, I don't have to worry about copyright and all that shit. I can always do like review vlogs or some crap about these things. I think that'd be fun. Fun little reasons to hang out in the Discord. It's good. Fateful. Okay. I can correct that. That's fine. Fateful Findings. Got it. We need to suggest fun bad movies instead of evil bad movies that aren't fun at all. Yes, you know what? Save them. We can discuss more things after we finish Rosswood, because ultimately that's the main thing we're here for. Some people watching in the future will appreciate it, and then we could do whatever the fuck we want. So we're jumping into Rosswood Part 4, where it looks like Jay went into the tunnel. I don't have full confirmation whether Alex got in the tunnel or not, but we're going to find out.
Correct. That's a good assessment.
Alex, are you in here? Alex? Alex, where are you? Where'd you go?
Where did you go? I was looking in one of these rooms.
What?
I thought you were right behind me.
In the tunnel. Where did you run?
I didn't run anywhere. I'm right where we were a second ago.
He sounds like a recording.
What tunnel?
The one we were going to go through to try to get out.
I don't know where that is. Can you meet me at the front, please?
Okay.
5 chaos. 5.
Give me a second to crawl out of here, I guess. Okay, hold on. The phones are working. I'm gonna call Riley on the way out. I'll see you out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a fake Alex, Nick. I agree.
No.
Or maybe he's a proxy now or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, that sounded way too fake.
Well, probably you saw sunlight at the end of the tunnel for a moment, then it glitched. Now it's dark again.
Oh, interesting. because it maybe, like, sent him backwards. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. Yeah, sent him backwards. Excuse me.
Oh my god.
Oh, you scared me. Hey, is your phone still working?
No, I tried calling Riley on the way over here and it still just rings like before.
Okay. Well, so I'm up here. What are we doing?
What do you mean? You told me to meet you up here.
No, I didn't.
Jump scare.
Yeah, you did. You called me and said you would meet me up here.
No, you called me and said that the tunnel just led up front. You were going around so to meet you right here.
No, I came out the way I went in.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to call you.
Oh, okay.
Anything?
Uh-uh. No. Well,
Very cool.
we probably should not go back in that way. We should just walk right out the front now because there is something in here with us.
What are you talking about?
It was standing right behind you. Did you not see it?
No.
When I ran in, you didn't see anything. You
No.
didn't turn around. What did you do after I ran in?
I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know. Did you get it on camera?
Okay, what? Oh,
Whatever
what was
was behind
what was
me.
yeah, hold on, let me turn up the
Show,
mic.
show me.
Hold on.
All right, we're rolling. There it goes. My phone is officially dead. How's yours doing?
Mine was at 20%, so I turned it off to save the battery. It's over in the camera bag now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
even though we don't know how long we're going to be in here, I think that we both have a journalistic obligation to show as much as possible.
Are we really still doing it like this?
Yes, we're still doing it like this. We have to show what is happening to us.
Okay, but listen, what little food and water that we brought here are in the car that we can't get to right now. So I mean, there's a very real chance that we could be like stranded here for real.
I think it went this way.
Okay, let's go get away.
No way. No way. This might be a chance to, see it up close.
Get it.
Look, I'm gonna go take a look. You can stay here if you want, but I gotta see if I can get this, okay? I'll be right back.
What if you don't come back? What do I do then?
I'm gonna come back. I promise. Everything's gonna be fine.
Alex. Alex, no. Alex.
Okay. Okay. Courtyard. Door. Utility. Okay.
Drop the camera. Just drop the camera. Drop it.
What are you doing?
It is 10:31 p.m. again, which means it's been, 3 days since we got here, and still dark.
Oh.
How much longer do you think these are gonna last? The flashlights.
Oh.
I mean, I've got a few spare batteries in the camera bag, but, they're not gonna last forever.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been using them constantly, so maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either. I'm trying really hard not to think about it, and it's really hard not to.
Yeah.
I should probably save the batteries.
Okay.
I really do hope that we get out of here so you can use this footage for something like you said you wanted to.
That's fine. I mean, people would just say it's fake anyway. I mean, I would.
I probably would too.
They'll be like, that vampire chasing him looks so fake.
What? A vampire?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to think of what people would say.
He went with vampire.
Do you remember the horror movie that I wanted to shoot?
Yeah, what was it called? It was
Vengeance of Dawn.
Vengeance of Dawn, yeah. Wait, was that a vampire thing?
Kind of. I mean, I wanted it to be an homage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one didn't go so good. That was when I was trying to film on my own since you were.
Yep, I was over house hunting with Riley, and I just started my new job.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry I couldn't help you with that one. I really should have been able to. I could have found time.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean it. I'm just really glad one of us got to move on to something better.
Yep. It's coming back. I'm gonna close the door. Turn off your light. I'm really thirsty.
Yeah, me too. This battery's about to die. That's 3 of 4, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this SD card is getting full anyway, so let's start conserving where we can.
That's fine.
Is it on? You recording?
Yeah.
You're recording?
Mm-hmm.
You're recording?
So as far as we can tell, it has been 10 days
since we originally got stuck here. We have no food, no water, and we're just realizing that we should probably be dead by now, but we're not. We've tried to walk out of the front here so many times, and every single one of those times we end up right back at the entrance. No one has answered any of our calls, and now both of our phones are dead. And ever since yesterday, Alex has had trouble talking for some reason, so that's why he wanted me to. Alex. 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 Can you hear me? Yeah.
I think that's part 4.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's only one more part. This is this is really interesting. I like the addition of the scraping. It's a bit more malicious and bizarre. Like it really feels like something is dragging something around, which makes me think that there's going to be a death of some kind, which could very well happen. It feels a little more Silent Hill with that, and I'm all for that shit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a very Pyramid Head. Like you'd expect them to look out the door and there's just Pyramid Head here in Marble Hornets for some reason.
I wouldn't hate a different entity besides the operator, but I mean, I'm happy with it, even just being him, just trying new things. No, this is good because it. I think the biggest comparison between this so far and regular Marble Hornets is that Marble Hornets has it's a lot of just from the one perspective for the most part, and you don't get these long, good sequences of like an actual just one whole day. Whereas, I mean, yeah, this takes place over 10 days, if you will. But it still feels like it's all one sequence, right? And so there's more of them actually getting to talk and discuss, and you get a little bit more behind the scenesy kind of interactions. So it feels a little bit more involved than just like a regular shooting of a thing and being done with it, right?
Yeah. No, like this feels like it feels legitimately like an original horror movie.
Yeah, like we're seeing it from their perspective, and it's very well done. It's very, very well done, and I think for me that's a big reason why it's so easy to watch. I'm invested. I'm invested in these characters and their story, and obviously in the fucked up situation they're in. Everything about it is intriguing and entertaining, and even though I might have an idea of where it's going to go, I still want to see if they prove me wrong or if they subvert my expectations or anything like that. Because I feel like they can, because I wasn't expecting the scraping or the changes in distortion and stuff. So I currently do believe something very different could happen. And I'm all for it. I'm all for seeing what they're gonna finish cooking up.
Yeah, well, just like I can't speculate because I've seen part 5, but just I know like when I finished part 4 back in the day, back when that
like a week ago.
Yeah, part 4 was my favorite of the 4 parts up to that point. It was just, part 4 is like it's just an escalation and a real focusing on moods. And like the Alex lore of he tried to make a vampire movie, and then the weird Alex phone call where it's not really Alex, but it's just really cool things that I love to see in here.
Yeah,
and
you're right. It is a weird escalation of things. You're very right.
And like weirdly enough, like a lot of Thunderbogs have been compared to House of Leaves, mostly because House of Leaves has been a conscious influence on a lot of them. But I think, as far as the Thunderbogs that I've seen, this, specifically Rosswood, feels the most like House of Leaves. 'Cause it's a dark labyrinth of rooms with some sort of a minotaur monster that they can't see. And they're basically like trying to capture darkness at this point, trying to film it. They're obsessed with filming it. And the supplies are running low, and they're just in here for a very long time, working out their own personal problems. It feels like this is more or less what I would expect from like an adaptation of House of Leaves.
That is a fantastic way to think of it. I think I would agree. I would completely agree. Yeah, even chat's agreeing with you. Ren agrees. Ellie agrees. Nick even says if they end up not escaping, then how did the footage ever get out? Well, most likely, like in some of these other things, that the cameras get left behind after they quote unquote disappear or die, and gets left in the regular place, and somebody ends up finding it. Right? Found footage. I imagine somebody found it, or else we would have not seen it. But
and there's one point I want to bring up. At the start of part 1, it mentioned that it's like the following is the only like edited footage from an Alex Crayley thing, and the footage was found in their empty hotel room on a laptop. And the series doesn't explicitly make this clear, but which I think like it probably could have if there's one little text blur, but that was just part 1. So parts 2 through 5. The series has not, to this point, explained where that footage comes from. If it does or if it doesn't, I won't say. But we don't know where this footage came from, but we do know we know where part 1 came from, and that's also why part 1 was a very edited product, whereas these seem blatantly unedited.
It's a good point. It's a very, very good point. I mean, you can tell that they're kind of somewhat spliced together, obviously, but I mean that it makes sense. But it does feel like it's just the raw footage just kind of pushed together.
Yeah,
I think you're very much right. Yeah, there is no other editing besides that. Nick says so much better of an adaptation of House of Leaves than Black Pelican. Only those who watch Nightmine's video of House of Leaves gets the reference. Cool. I haven't, so.
Yep. I haven't watched any Nightmind, and I'm not in a rush to. If maybe someday.
Yeah, no. Anyway, it's time for part 5. I want to see how this ends.
Yeah, finish this.
Fucking go!
Alex. Yeah. Alex. 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 Found you. Let's see. Everything okay? Oh, looks okay. And the battery's almost dead. Luckily, I have another one here. Okay, let me just take this off. Okay, let's. Okay, I'll just. Okay, I'm just gonna turn the light on. Where is it? Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's way more light.
that I'm used to having. Okay, so come with me. We're gonna walk back home, me and you. I mean, not that anyone's really gonna see this. I don't really know who I'm talking to, but we're gonna call this updates from Jay, number 1. So update number 1 is I don't know what time it is or what day it is because my watch stopped working, and I just got rid of it. I didn't even need it anymore, which that's kind of weird because watch batteries usually last longer than that, and that one. Well, you know what? Before we came out here, I think I needed to replace it, but I never did. No, I did replace it because no. Okay, well, you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm so tired of thinking about batteries, and you know what? I really need to find that. I need to go find that watch again. Because Riley gave it to me and they're going to be really mad if I don't have it when I come back. Okay, I'm going to worry about that later. Don't tell anyone. But speaking of batteries, this one right here, this is the last battery, which means that once it goes out, this light goes out, and I don't have any light anymore. So I'm gonna use what time we have left on this battery. I'm just gonna keep shooting like Alex told me to. And he told me not to use this light, and I didn't. So now I have one. He was right. Okay, so we're just gonna walk back home right now. I'm gonna walk back to my house. I thought I heard something. Okay, no, we're okay. I'm going to walk back to my house, and I'm just going to keep shooting because this is, like Alex said, we need eyeballs on this. And this is probably going to give us a lot more. Okay, I'm just going to turn the camera around. And we're going to walk home. We're going to walk home very slowly, and we're going to walk home quietly. Yeah, okay, we're going to do this quietly. I'm just going to slowly walk back. Nothing behind us. Okay, just going to walk back very slowly. That's the trick. Do it slowly and as quietly as you can. Okay. That's rule number 1, I think, is to be quiet. I might have been talking a little too loud earlier. Okay. No, I don't think anything's coming. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going. Home is this way. Yes, okay. Alright, we're back home here. That's my room, and this is where Alex is going to go over here once I find him, once I bring him back. I go constantly looking for him, but I don't have a light. Usually I have to use the moon when it's out. It's actually out right now, but this light is going to make things a lot easier. Update number 3 is I still haven't found Alex. I've been looking for him, and I know he's out there. Okay, I know he's out there because I hear him. I heard him very clearly just not 2 days ago, I think I heard him. So I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to use the light. Now that I have this, I'm going to use this light. I'm going to go out there and look for him very soon. And when I find him, I'm going to bring him back. I'm going to bring him back here. And we'll figure out what to do from here. I've added plenty of places for us to sleep. And, wait. It's time to be quiet. Okay, when it's time to be quiet, you just close the door. Okay. Turn off the light. I'm gonna turn it off. Okay. There we go. Okay. It passes by pretty quickly. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording. For just a minute. Right now. It's quiet again. Right. It started raining too. Usually nothing comes by here when it's raining. Right. I'm gonna go out again. I'm gonna find him this time. I know it. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Alex! Can you hear me?
Jay, where are you? 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 Jay, where are you?
Alex? Alex! Alex! Alex. Alex. Alex! Alex. Alex, just please come back. Just please. We can finish the videos. We can finish the series. I'll help you, I promise. Whatever you need me to do, I'll help you with it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was gone. I was so distracted with everything. But I'm back now. And we can make things together just like we used to. Just come back. Please. Just please come back. Just please. Please come back. I'm waiting here for you. Just please. I'm sorry. I'll be in here. I'll be in here. Riley? Riley! Can you hear me? Oh my god. Oh my god, yes, I'm here. I'm here. Listen. Alex and I have been stuck out here for a really long time, and we can't figure out how to get out. And he's there? When did he get back? Oh my god. You have no idea how glad I am that... Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm just so relieved. I'm listening. He figured it out. Yeah. Yeah, tell me, please. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'll put it down. Just a second. Hold on. Okay, it's down. Yeah, facing the right way. Yeah. Into the hallway. Okay. I'm coming. Don't move. I'll be there soon. Yeah.
Well, I think we know how the footage was found then. Oh, it's not done.
The camera was found by an unnamed individual. They were part of the crew tasked with the demolition of Rosswood Hospital. Its battery pack was 84% charged. No other equipment was found. Alex Crayley and Jay Merrick remain missing. Riley Merrick requested that this footage be released to the public in the hope that it may assist in locating Alex and Jay. Please come back.
Dang. Well, holy shit. That went wild. That went super wild. So I guess we could talk speculation, but I feel like a fair amount of that is kind of obvious about what happened, right? It feels like throughout the time while they've been trapped there, Alex definitely got affected first, and Jay inevitably does also falter, but it seems to affect them both in different ways, kind of like how it did in Marble Hornets as well.
Yeah.
So it looks like Jay went pretty fucking just, not even just like loopy, but like so far mentally gone that so from my understanding, so he's even like, you know, oh, this is our room, this is where Alex is gonna go. I heard him 2 days ago, and then later on they have that sequence where he's like laying down in that room, and Alex is screaming. Alex is so clearly he's still alive at this point, but he's screaming. So I think that was that moment he was talking about, like, oh, I heard him 2 days ago. You did, but maybe you know, for some reason you didn't go save him. For some reason you were just out of it or whatever. I'm not exactly sure why he didn't try to help him, and maybe he felt too afraid or something. It's understandable, and
he just didn't believe that it was really him.
Yeah,
because he believed, like, if he could fake the phone thing, then why not fake something else out there?
Absolutely. I think other things is so with the scraping. So because before I was like, oh, maybe it's like a monster walking around with scraping the scraping a weapon around, some kind of Silent Hill vibes. But after seeing the fact that the camera gets scraped around, I'm wondering if there's a weird little time thing going on where the scraping they hear is that. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I could very well be wrong, but
that's the predominant theory on it. God, I do have things to say. First of all, Nick, I faked Riley on the phone. It wasn't Riley at all.
No. was pure static. It was nothing. It was Slender Man.
It was static.
Yeah.
It was like we heard static, but Jay was hearing a voice in that static.
Yeah, just falling prey to Slender Man's tricks.
Yeah.
I would
so God,
it was good. It was
like
so
this
good.
video. Yeah, like this video has some really like oh God. I think like the part with Jay hearing Alex screaming while also hearing him on the phone, that was probably one of my favorite part of this entire thing. That's a really good visual, really good little moment, and that feels like pure Silent Hill kind of scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
That I don't fully understand what happens in the ending, and I'm frustrated by that.
So my assumption is that Slender Man's operator, whatever, he's won. He's maybe he's killed Alex, or maybe that was a fake to freak out Jay. I don't know, but either way, I believe he's got them both in some way, shape, or form in his labyrinth of madness, and he maybe cameras in this case they don't work for him, or maybe they fuck with him in a way or something. I'm not exactly sure, or maybe it's the fact that he doesn't want any evidence of what's going on. So it looks like he then takes it out of the place, but he's still got the guys trapped in his loop, whatever situation going on.
Actually, there is a point to that. Like, it almost feels like I just had this thought right now, but maybe what the operator wanted them to get rid of the camera. Maybe I don't know if I'd say like it can't kill them if they're holding a camera. I don't know if the original series actually holds true to that. But going with this theory, if it's like it needed them to get rid of the camera, then it basically kept them alive in this sort of a nightmare loop, like a Groundhog Day nightmare, just so the camera batteries would run out. I'd keep them there for long enough, or until they get separated and it can convince one of them to put the camera down. So ultimately, like it's all about like put the camera down. It's how hard it is to get these two characters to put the camera down.
Yeah, it does weirdly seem to be an important thing because if the camera didn't matter, why take it out? Because to my assumption, based on that end sequence there in the field, we had the little distortion where you could even see Slender Man in the field, which made me think, yes, he's even trying to announce like this was me. I brought it out here. Now, it could have been in the future after it had already been demolished, because understanding at the end captions talking about it was found by one of the demolition men, which makes me think, so now the hospital is gone. So it could be after that point or during the demolition or something, but it is weird that it was perfectly in a field where like you could see nothing else, which is why I thought Slender Man was the one to make sure the camera was not in the building anymore.
Yeah, maybe. And then to Samuel White's question, like, why would some random worker that helped demolish the site years ago come back in that moment and recover the camera? Well, I think the impression that I got is this worker found it while they were demolishing the hospital.
Yeah, that's the assumption I got.
Really, and they could have that could have been like years after. Like, the camera could have been left in that field for years and nobody found it. But it's just the point is like somebody had to find it, and so they just went with somebody who came to demolish the hospital.
Yeah, I mean, do we know what year this Rosswood series takes place?
Well, they said it was like 15 years after they filmed after they filmed the student film Marble Hornets, which will have been, that was like 2006, 2007.
Okay, so like 2021.
2020, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so in which case, that might be why it's uploaded now in 2025, is because, maybe years later the demolition happened, but I think it totally makes sense that, the camera could have been, but we also know time could be a factor with the manipulation stuff going on. So for all we know, maybe Slender Man did leave it years later there. We don't have any of that information, no?
Yeah, I know. It's like I just gave years later as like an extreme example. It could have been days later. It could have been that same day.
Yeah, for sure. The only reason I think it could be closer to the time of finding is because it still had 84% charge in its battery. Now, if it said there was no charge left in it, then you can easily be like, it could have been there for any amount of time. We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a very good point, actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I doubt, like, this comes to another thing that kind of confuses me about this ending. It feels to me like there's definitely something else other than the operator present here.
Yeah.
There's one other thing, one thing that we didn't see. And For one thing, there's the dragging the camera thing, which simply, like, the logic here is simply that we've never seen the operator drag a physical object.
Yeah.
So it's hard to imagine that. So something else must have been there. But, also, like, order of events. Jay walks into the hallway. He dies in that direction, which, like, my impression there is like it's like a possessed Alex kills him over there or something. But and meanwhile, but behind that, something starts dragging the camera, which means that something else is already there.
That makes
But
sense.
then the other thing is we see Jay in the tunnel, and the distortion happens, and we see something else holding the camera, pointing it at Jay.
Yep.
Which, also, I wouldn't mind if it was something like, oh, Jay sees himself like that. I think that would be really cool. But they could have. I think they would have been a bit more explicit. They would have found a way to make it more explicit that Jay was holding the camera. But something we don't know was holding the camera.
Yep.
And it's like there definitely is something else. And plus, like with the two glowing eyes in the tunnel, that Slender Man is not known
weird.
for having eyes.
I completely agree. That was certainly for me. I was like, there is more going on here than we understand. Rosie Cat, hi, welcome to chat and conversation. We've just finished watching all of Rosswood, so now we're having fun discussions about the situation. Which you also say, I assumed the footage being found was to spread the operator's sickness, but it's very interesting. Now that's a good point. Your idea that it needed them to put the camera down. Now, for me, the other thing that also is confusing is the fact that, I mean, like Jordan said, the fact that the camera gets dragged is very strange. But if I remember right, from Marble Hornets, they do end up dragging bodies. But I don't know if that's Slender Man who's doing that. That could have been like Masky or Hoodie in those situations. But I don't know if Slender Man has another person helping him in this series. We don't know.
I think it was typically Alex who dragged the bodies in Marble Hornets.
Okay. That's the only other, like, line of thought I have with the dragging thing. In which case, then maybe Alex wasn't killed. Maybe it leads more to the fact that maybe that was a fake dead Alex, because that's happened before, hasn't it?
That is actually another point, because I the other day when I watched this series again just to see the whole thing, and we got to the point where Jay discovers Alex's body. I watched that part frame by frame, but for a separate reason, I thought I saw like a mask, like the Tim mask on the floor somewhere. But so I went frame by frame, but that was just. The floor is just covered in white and black things. But then I noticed that, for one thing, Alex's body appears suddenly. It's not there, and then it's only there.
And then suddenly gone, right? Yeah, I saw that too.
Exactly. It's gone.
Yeah.
When he's running from the operator, it's gone. So maybe Alex isn't dead. Maybe that was a fake thing. But, well, I've also got to be clear. No matter what, I think the two characters are essentially dead. Even if they're literally alive, they were trapped in the operator's maze ever since the darkness came, and we were just basically watching what happens or what the operator can do in that maze. Like it can make space loop around. It can make time loop around. I think that's what the camera dragging thing is implying. And it can mimic voices, and it's very powerful inside its little maze. And there's also like some very slight ties to the comic. Like the comic also deals with the operator's maze later on, and it shows us a bit more lore about the maze, which I was expecting us to see connections to it in this, but we didn't. But I feel like the eyes in the tunnel, that there is a character in the comic who that could be. Like for people in the audience who know what I'm talking about Scully. Who is more to the character than just Scully, but I'm not going to spoil anything. But the point is, like it could just be. I mean, I think like for the purposes of this miniseries, it's just a really scary vision. But I think that there might be lore behind it. I don't know.
Could be. I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna let you guys continue speculating because I'm liking these discussions and these thoughts. Keep it going. Really excited.
Yeah. Okay. And hi there, chat, and now Pie's meowing. But she can continue to meow. And the operator sickness is also a good point. Weirdly enough, that's something I've forgotten about even after the series ended, but it does make sense to consider that. Which again, the whole idea of the operator sickness is that, well, again, it wants the footage to spread because it wants more people to see it and get obsessed because it wants more bodies. And that's the whole like it spreads from Tim to Alex, and then from Alex to all of his friends who he kills. And that's why in the ending, like Tim had to kill Alex, and Tim had to do something with Jessica. So there is like the original Marble Hornets ended essentially with Tim kind of neutralizing the operator's sickness, so the audience doesn't have to worry about it. That's one way that I look at it. Whereas this feels quite the opposite of that. It feels like this is a story where the operator's sickness is not contained. It by the authorities releasing this video, they are in theory just like the operator can spread again. It's free to spread. So like I think like no matter what, this miniseries is bleak. This is like a proper horror movie. This is one with a bad ending. Not bad like badly made, but it's a bad end. Whereas Marble Hornets has a hopeful end. It has more of a heroic end. Pretty what they're saying now.
It's a good way to think of it. Yeah.
Okay, good. So you're hearing all that.
This is the alternate ending.
Well, I'm gonna go have another smoke.
Okay.
Just, I want to.
Yeah, no worries. I'll keep chatting.
Let's also do a pie. One pie.
Let's see. Alex strike bodies. Yep. Secret Tim. At the moment, I'm kind of thinking about the time loop thing as like they're entering a black hole. Closer you get, the more time and space warps around you, and eventually you come to a singularity, I guess. Perhaps. Yeah. That could be more about the relativity to Slender Man. He is the singularity in this case. Okay, makes sense. Rosie says it links to your idea that it wanted the camera, maybe, or needed them not to have it. I agree. But again, if the idea is that any footage of the Slender Man can be used to spread the operator sickness, then it also does make a lot of sense as to why he made sure that, well, he didn't need the camera in this place anymore, did he? So let's put it outside. And maybe somebody will eventually find it, which conveniently, somebody did. Because otherwise, if it doesn't spread through his videos, then he has no point to let the camera go out, to let it leave his crazy loop, right? Nick says, Ren, I watched the whole video on how a black hole distorts space and time so much that time literally becomes space and space literally becomes time. I knew it distorted space-time, but I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. No, black holes are fucking wild. And sadly, the thing is, we don't truly know what happens if you ever were to go inside one, because we don't know how you would be able to come back. To my understanding, it could potentially be some kind of like an insane implosion, but I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of theories, but it's not like we've sent a drone into one and got it back, right? So, no matter what you see out of movies, we do not know what happens when you go into a black hole. But it does fuck around. But I mean, that's the same with like gravitational fields and stuff like that. Like, because it's like, think of other planets. Time is different on these planets. Cycles of day and stuff like that are different on other planets and everything like that. So, I mean, physics is just fucking awesome the more you really look into it. I love that kind of stuff. Chaos says, so what you're saying is the operator coming for us? Is the operator is coming for us? Yeah. Correct. Very correct. Ren says, yeah, black holes are insane. Freaking aren't they? Rosie says, and Riley, I meant that the scraping camera dragging could be the operator for that reason. I mean, I don't see why it couldn't be the operator dragging the camera. It's just yeah, like Jordan said, it's not behavior that we've seen before, but that doesn't mean he couldn't do it. Right? Because we have to also remember the fact that we have seen the operator teleport, I suppose you could say, bodies away from areas, right? So who's to say he couldn't physically move things as well? I guess it's possible. It is strange. You think there would have been a lot more distortion going on with it whenever it happens, but I don't know. It's also weird. The thing is, right, so that let's picture it like this. So the camera, even if it's like some big high-grade video camera, which I don't think it is like, like that they use on production sets and stuff. It's probably a good camera, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's probably like one of those big shoulder-mounted ones, right? But you'd have to bend over pretty far to drag that camera along the ground, it would be so awkward to move. Even as a person or a Slender Man, it would be odd. So it's a very distinct choice that's being made. It is weird. You could drag it. I mean, for all we know, maybe they attach a thing to it and then they drag it that way. But it's all a weird thought when you really try to think about it. You know. KL says, "Isn't spaghettification a theory?" Yes, it is very much a theory, but incredibly hard for us to full on prove because yet again we can't get the data when we send it. Well, I mean, maybe there's a way to find the data. For all we know, maybe it goes to an entirely different place in space. But the problem is we don't know where, right? In which case, it would work similar to a black hole, but it might be far more dangerous than... not a black hole, a wormhole. But it would be far more dangerous than a typical wormhole from our understanding. But again, the only problem with wormholes in theory is the fact that we haven't been able to 100% prove that, like, they exist. We believe that they can, based on how space-time can work. But it's not like we can just manifest one, right? And for all we know, they aren't really visible in our current spatial dimension. So if they do exist in our world, maybe even somewhere on the planet, we haven't quite figured out a way to really capture that. It's difficult. It's a real shame. But yes, very good point. Ren says the singularity exists beyond the event horizon of a camera lens. You know, a black hole. No. Yeah. That's a good point. Rosie says true. This is operator in an AU. Alternate universe, yes. But doesn't mean he doesn't behave the same. It's hard to say. It's really hard to say. For all we know, maybe they had even more ideas about what he could do and how he operates and stuff like that, and we just haven't seen it in Marble Hornets, but that doesn't mean that he's not capable of these things. Ren says, but that's more of a thing I like to think about personally. I feel that. Nick says, if you see something approach a black hole from a safe distance, you will never see it move past the event horizon because time moves infinitely slower for them from your perspective. To my understanding, yes. I personally haven't witnessed what happens around a black hole, but I've heard a variety of. Well, I haven't heard a variety. I've heard maybe like one or two reports based on like NASA's findings and stuff, but that's about all I understand. And I think Neil deGrasse Tyson as well. I would say Bill Nye, but I don't know if Bill Nye's really covered a lot about black hole speculation. Rosie says, I assumed it was more like telekinesis than dragging by hand. Now that's an interesting point. Because yet again, as I mentioned with the teleporting bodies away, it's not like he grabs the bodies and then he goes. You're right, he doesn't even have to physically touch them. So that's a really good point. Now that I can totally believe that he uses some kind of like mind capability or what have you to power, for all we know, to move things. Yeah, you know what? That's a really good thought. It's a really good thought and a good theory. I like that a lot. Rosie. I like that. Nick says, wormholes require negative energy, and we have no proof that negative energy is possible. Yeah, I mean, are we 100% sure, though, that they require negative energy? Because similar to black holes, maybe it just requires too much energy. Yet again, it's not like we prove they exist. At least with the black hole, yes, we there is evidence they exist. We've captured that. But I have not seen any actual legitimate visual evidence of a wormhole. There is theories and speculation, but I haven't seen a physical wormhole myself. KL says, for some reason, Manifest made me think of tulpas, and my brain was like, what if enough of us tried really hard? You know what? Maybe that's where Slenderman came from. He's just like the most manifested tulpa ever. I don't hate that thought. Rosie says, yeah, I think there are canon standards to rely on. Ren says, I don't know. I personally think it's a little silly to try and define what the operator can and cannot do. Oh, of course. Yeah, I mean, I think we can define him as kind of like an eldritch being in a way, right? Like, we do not know the full capabilities that he can do. I completely agree. Isn't the point that you have no way of knowing? Yes, quite right. Rosie says he does drag Tim in that famous dragging Tim scene.
Oh, yeah. Well, Tim is dragged by something, which is implied to be the operator. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's NG64, I believe.
In which case, then it definitely makes sense that he's the one that drags the camera around. But Rosie also brought up a great point while you were on your smoke break that for all we know, maybe Slender Man can have some kind of power like telekinesis in a way. Because and I like to bring up a good point that we have seen Slender Man like teleport bodies away without physically touching.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, I mean, like I think that if it would move something, I think it moves it like the camera glitch, where it's one moment it's there, one moment it's not. But I don't know if we've ever seen it like move anything like gradually or sequentially, but I fully believe like it can move things by like snapping them from one place to another.
Yeah. I don't think so. You know what I think we really need to speculate on though? What was with the glowing eyes in the tunnel?
Well, I'm standing by my theory that that's Scully, which you haven't read the comic, Nathan, so you don't know about. But
true.
Does
Scully have glowing eyes?
It's talking about Scully at all. The nature of Scully would require giving some pretty substantial spoilers. I mean, I would love to, but no. Like it means not just spoiling you, but also spoiling everybody in chat. But the comic is like it's good for the lore. And I think there's even a few similarities with Rosswood because there's a couple characters in there that are basically doing their own version of what Alex is trying to do here, like making their own little video documenting the urban legends of the operator. But and the dynamic is actually very similar to how Alex and Jay were in this. I'll see if I can be vague about Scully. And Scully is a character that is it's a bit like Hoodie, in that they're free to move around in the operator's dark nightmare maze, but also in the real world. But because like this is a character that, but I think the character is a good guy, much like Hoodie was, but a bit better at communication than Hoodie was. And there's some links to the arc, and this idea of like it wants to find the arc, and of course in the comic we find out what the arc is. But like I don't know, the two glowing eyes, they're mainly like they make me think of To the Arc videos. There's a lot of the imagery into the Arc videos include like two glowing eyes, and I think like Scully fits, but still me being vague about it.
I mean, hey, that works for me because if anything, it's nice to have even some kind of a potential answer. Because otherwise, for me, I'm like, well, it could be anything. For all we know, it was Alex or Jay or Slenderman holding up two battery flashlights, right? Like, who fucking knows at this point? So yeah, it's nice to have a different potential idea with Scully. And inevitably, when we get around to doing something with the comics, and then maybe I'll learn a little bit more, and that'll be really interesting.
Yeah.
Chaos says the wording of famous dragging Tim scene was oddly delightful to me for some reason. I get that. I totally get that. Nick says in 10 trillion years, the universe will only contain black holes, which will radiate in 10 the wording is confusing.
Tredicillion.
No, not tredicillion. Quintrigintillion.
Quintrigintillion, yeah.
Quintrigintillion. That's a very funny numerical word. And then Mum says slandering is an alien. Slandering, the act of slandering is an alien. Not Slenderman is an alien. No, the act of slandering is an alien. It was an autocorrect, that's fine. Chaos says, joke answer, cat. Actual? Jordan is probably right, ? Perhaps. He could be right about the Scully. It's a fair point. And then Chaos says, I can't speak for others, but I'm cool with it, what everyone else thinks. And Nick says, I mean, I know who Scully is, because I watch Nightmind's videos. You have to not use Nightmind as your point of reference for everything, Nick. You can have opinions yourself as well, my friend. If he used the same person, if he is the same person in the comics as he is in the original series, which he may not be.
Well,
he wasn't in the original series. I think.
No, although there was a brief moment in entry 26, the finale of season 1, where we did see the Scully mask, and that's also where the design of the comic character came from. But
Okay.
it's just like it's more like Scully doesn't appear in the original series. Scully's kind of a like it's something that I guess there's a chance that it was present somewhere in the videos, but it's basically like it's an entity that we don't see in the series, but the comics just basically tell us like there's another entity out there, and one that is against the operator, and I don't know. When I'm trying to think like what could possibly be another entity in these videos, my mind turns to Scully because it's an entity that can roam the operator's maze.
Maze, yeah, right. I understand that. Would you then define Scully as a proxy that is kind of broken free of Slenderman's influence?
No.
Okay.
I mean, like it's not explicitly said either way, but I don't have reason to see it that way.
Okay. Would you think that Tim was that?
No. Oh, you mean a proxy that's broken free? Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I define Tim. So I was thinking he would be similar in that regard, but I guess Scully's clearly different. And that's interesting. It's really interesting. Okay. Because Hoodie's also a weird one with the fact that he is to the Ark, and because I don't feel like he's a full on like he ever got to full proxy status, but he is aware of the Slenderman's existence and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, and and the comments are pointing out like originally when the series was still a thing, they were thinking of using the skull mask as basically Jay as the proxy, Jay wearing a mask, and that's true. But as they also say, that idea was scrapped, whereas the idea that's present in the comics is not scrapped. And you don't have to see the comics as canon, but you can say that about anything. And I'm somebody who likes to connect things together, and in a way that doesn't I don't know. In a reading where the comics are canon, my theory is what I'm going with.
I mean, it makes sense, and even if maybe the comics aren't 100% canon, it might help explain other things, right? And I think in which case, then we're taking something from it.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Because you're right. Let's see. Think that Scully into MH is a potential Mass J, right? Yep, I remember saying that. I say who he was. I meant who he was supposed to be. Yep. No idea what the light in the tunnel is. Right. Okay. So, but besides the theory on Scully, nobody really has any other thoughts and ideas on. That's fair. It's a hard one to explain. For all we know, it's just lights. It's super hard to say, but it is weird that then Jay ends up. I mean, I don't want to say he gives the camera to somebody else, but in a way, it is a weird sequence, right? Because he loses the camera for a little bit, but then he gets it back later on anyway.
Well, something that I realized when I was having my smoke break was specifically how that sequence goes. Jay walks into the tunnel, he approaches the lights, we have a cut, something else is holding the camera, it points it at Jay, and the moment that we recognize we process, oh, that's Jay kind of snaps and reaches for the camera. Like he takes it back from whatever's holding it.
Mm-hmm.
Which also, that plays into his characterization from the original series, where he's obsessed with documenting things. He's obsessed with, he has to have the camera on. Which in Rosswood, that's kind of inverted, where Alex has to coax him to keep the camera on. But as Rosswood progresses, Jay he takes on that role. He's like, "Oh, I've got to keep the camera on."
Yeah, and
by that point, he wants the camera.
Yeah, but I think that parallels how even in the Marble Hornets series, because I feel like Jay, he was just kind of used to kind of doing whatever with his life and everything. But then when Alex has disappeared, that's when he's like all gung ho about I've got to document everything.
Yeah.
It's interesting how conveniently Alex also disappears in this, and then all of a sudden now he's the guy who's like, I have to record everything. You're very right. It is quite a funny development they still went that route. I was kind of hoping it would be backwards, where in this case something would happen to Jay first, and we're watching everything from Alex's perspective. That would have been really interesting to kind of see it inverted this time.
Oh, I agree with them. Plus, I'd like spending more time with Alex. I quite like this characterization of Alex.
Yeah, he did feel a little bit more human. I mean, yeah, he does have some somewhat negative personality traits. I would agree with, but I did feel like he was more human this time. I felt like he had ambition. He had likes, dislikes, and interests, and he just felt more more relatable and personal, and I really enjoyed even their little moments that they had together. I was like, oh, this is nice. It makes you feel like these are characters that you should care about. It's just really good.
Yeah.
Deadlights. Ooh, good point. Wow, mess up. That ping was trying to ask you about the lights comment, adding a thought, Ren. If that's another name for them, then yeah, they go by many names, I think, says Ren. Down here in Georgia, we call them spook lights. I've heard that in Georgia.
No, Deadlights is specific. Deadlights, I don't know if Deadlights came from something else, but I know it was made famous by Stephen King's It. The It creature has lights that are referred to as deadlights.
Yeah. Deadlights are a whole kettle of fish. They can seem like those, but also deadlights and thinnies are some wild stuff from the Dark Tower. The thinnies are a bit more similar, though, I think. Good connection. The way you were talking about it made me think of those two things. It's a very good point, Chaos. Very interesting line of thinking. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh man, Rosswood, that was tremendous. I mean, no matter how you want to really dissect it or break it down or think about it, it's tremendous. It was incredible. It was well shot. It was well produced. It was well thought out.
Yeah.
It was well acted. Just you really can see the difference between them before with their videography series and now. And I like the fact that it wasn't even crazy long. It was, everything basically was just in one long sequence of events. Even though, yeah, like I said, the time distortion made it last even longer, but it didn't need to be, fucking years to take. It was all perfect. So just carried on where it left off every time. You didn't have to really do too much hardcore thinking about stuff. It was, I thought it was tremendous. Perfect spooks, perfect bizarro situations, really good atmosphere, just really, really freaking well done. Really freaking well done.
Yeah. to be a bit of a broken record, I like to see this as basically its own original horror movie, just a standalone 87-minute. It's perfect length for a horror movie. That's also why I compared it to like Blair Witch when it starts. It feels like a movie. It's a nice little, like a concentrated chunk, but one that's specifically intended to pack all of its content into this short amount of time, and it's structured for that. It's thought through for that. It's very well made, and I love this.
I did too. And I get the feeling a lot of people here in the chat agree. I very much think they also loved it as well. Mum said, as Ozzy would say, ball lightning. Oh, in reference to the deadlights and stuff.
Yeah.
Ren says, I guess the best way to explain what spook lights are is to think of will-o-wisps. It's the same concept. That's a good way to think of it. Nick says, anyone here see Nightmind's videos on Just Acquaintances? That series started so good and went so downhill, as do many things, sadly. But no, I have not seen it, I'm afraid. Chaos says, nice reference, Tracy. And then Mum goes, LOL, Chaos. Chaos says, I liked this way more than I expected to. I had a funny feeling I was going to like it, but I agree. I think this surprised me more than I expected. It's just they understood the assignment and they absolutely nailed it. They really, really did. Oh, yeah. Even Mum said she loved it. How about that? Oh, and Ren and Nick. Look at that. Everybody's in agreement. I like it. Well fucking done, Alex and Troy. Incredible
Troy and
fucking
Joseph.
work. Oh, sorry, Troy and Joseph. Apologies.
Thank you, Troy and Joseph.
Thank you, Troy and Joseph, or Alex and Jay, however you want to be identified these days. Well, like fucking phenomenal. Just the two of you, and I assume they had somebody playing the role of Slenderman again.
And the Jodie character.
Oh yeah, and Jodie, of course. We have to give props to Jodie. Very.
And also the side character, the drunk people.
Yeah, Brendan, and drunk blonde man. Honestly, he was one of my favorite parts.
They definitely had help with this, which is good.
Tremendous, absolutely tremendous. And then Ren says, "Okay, now EMH miniseries, and we'll call it Bald Pate." Perfect.
and the thing is, like, Rosswood would have worked just fine as an Everyman Hybrid miniseries. It's like, there's a new iteration. It's an alternate universe. It's the same characters in a different situation.
Oh my god! You know what else would have been really funny if it was still Troy and Joseph, but one of them was like, "Hi, I'm Evan from Everyman Hybrid, and I'm Vidian." You know, people would have been fucking. They would have loved it, and it would have been so funny. That would have been so funny.
Yeah, instead of the Urban Legends episode, Alex is like, today we're doing an episode on fitness.
Oh my God. We're gonna go to an abandoned hospital, do some exercises. Yeah, that would have been so fucking funny. But I still want like a scene where, you know, they're having like a serious conversation or whatever, and Slenderman's just like in the background, just like doing crunches or some shit. It'd be super funny. Guy cracking up, good.
And just to keep being a dead horse of my own joke from last couple streams, Jay's in the tunnel alone, and he's freaking out. He goes towards these lights, and then he sees a figure. It's Daniel Shipman.
Not Daniel Shipman. Right, Sebastian? You okay? You hate being held, don't you? You love attention, but you hate being held. It's the bane of your existence. It's the bane of his existence. He wants attention, but he hates being held. Oh my God! Honestly, the jokes about Daniel Shipman. But you know what? It would be very funny just to see him like start gate crashing other series and stuff. That'd be super funny.
Yeah.
He just like comes in like some kind of enigmatic superhero, fucks something up and leaves. That'd be super fucking funny. I'm just saying, he should do that.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I don't even I don't tell those jokes to mock him. It's more that that is the kind of thing I would love.
For real. Yeah, I exactly. I don't wish ill will on the guy or anything like that. I think his character, you know, has kind of become a bit of a meme, and I think that's where it needs to stay. You know, compared to Noah, that's a very different thing. You know, I mean, I don't wish ill will on him. Don't get me wrong, but like, I'm okay not seeing more of him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Blueberry showed up. Hey, Blueberry, welcome. Unless you've been here the whole time, I'm not sure. EMH, but it's Slenderman doing the fitness series that gets interrupted by 3 obnoxious college students. That's funny. They're all doing CrossFit. Slenderman just trying to like get his workout in, and these guys are talking about CrossFit. So he teleports them away, and then he teleports back to keep doing his workout. I would love that. That'd be very funny. That's a Marble Bumblebee right there. Oh man. Well, it's been a fun little time. It's been a fun 3 hours of watching Rosswood and having good chats with everybody, and a nice little time. We even had some newcomers along for the ride. That was great. Oh man. But it's 6 o'clock now for me, and it's got to be 11 o'clock for you now.
Yeah, it's 11. Yeah, but I had a great time. I'm very happy that Rosswood exists, and I'm very happy that it took on this form. This is a great thing. And Troy and Joseph, I doubt you're ever going to watch this stream, but if you do and you hear these words, for one thing, please make more things. Like, if you could come up with another Marble Hornets miniseries, like, holy crap, this is just good stuff. But second of all, even if you don't do that, please give us a DVD. I want Rosswood on DVD. You can do director commentary on it.
He'll buy it.
I will buy it.
He'll buy it. And I will advertise it. I'll push it. Let's have us on as guests or something. Let's talk. I'd absolutely love that. I did reach out to Troy on Blue Sky. I am following him on Blue Sky, but didn't hear back, sadly. Yet again, nothing personal. I completely understand. Living his life. Nothing wrong with that. I don't feel any hatred or personal stuff about that. Just saying. Nice to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, we really hope you've had fun with us, because we know we sure have. I'll keep an eye on the Dark Harvest situation, by the way. I am in contact with Heather in the Discord now, so I'm gonna keep talking to her and see how things are going, because whenever that finale comes, we're gonna do a watch party. This is gonna be fun. Otherwise, we'll figure out something for next week, and we'll see what happens. Maybe stuff will go down. Thank you so much, everybody. It has been a super pleasure, and we will catch you next time.
Yeah, I don't know what we'll watch next time, but we'll figure something out.
We'll figure some shit out. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.
Let's leave this going for a moment.